against their old rivals, the Albury Tigers, in a day where the Yarrawonga Football and Netball Club are celebrating 3 premierships. A 10-year reunion for the senior football side who defeated the Albury Tigers back in 2012. The A-grade netball won and the reserves footy won as well. So what an extraordinary era it was for the Yarrawonga Football Club. As we go down boundary side to Chris Mitchell, who's out on the ground. What are the conditions like out there on the JC Low Oval?
Yeah, absolutely perfect, Panda. The ground's held up really well, obviously. There's no speckles of dirt or mud or anywhere, so absolutely clean weather footy. Tiny bit of a breeze to speak of. That's not going to impact the game at all. And Albury's had an early win and they've won the toss. Jimmy Grills kicking to the southern end, boys, so that way.
Freaky, we have some late selection news as well for the Albury Tigers.
Yeah, it looks like O'Brien's out and Brunner is in. Is that correct, Panda? Yeah.
No, so Mitch Scott's coming into the lineup. And I believe Tommy O'Brien is out. We're going to find out very quickly as well. I think Yarrawonga as selected, but we're just going to have to wait and see. Chris, a tip from you, please.
I'm going to go the Pigeons by 2 goals.
You reckon it'll be a tight one?
Very tight, boys.
Freaky, over to you on the Water Stat Shed. Who are we looking at today as well for both sides? And a tip from you, please.
Yeah, we're looking for, first of all, Yarrawonga. We're looking at Nick Fothergill, who's been outstanding this year. The coach, Mark Wiley. Lee Masters, down Backlaugh, and the 2 Wheeler boys as well are outstanding for the Pigeons. And for the Albury Tigers, we've got Bryden Hodgson across the half-back line. He's had a really strong last couple of weeks. Jake Page, Anthony Miles, the coach, Riley Bice, and Michael Duncan as well. And my tip for today is it will be Yarrawonga, I think. Again, something similar to what Chris said about that 3 to 4 goal mark for mine.
What about you, Lukey Francis?
Yeah, I'm the same. Hopefully, yeah, we can keep it within that 2 to 4 goal margin. What about yourself, Panda?
I think that Yarrawonga will be too strong, and I'm really looking forward to the contest between, I'm guessing, Lucas Conlon up against Lee Williams as well. I think that'll be a great matchup. Of course, Lee Williams is 4 in front of the Doug Strang at the middle. At the minute, he's first on 58 goals, only 9 games, if you don't mind, boys. So I'm looking forward to that contest. But, yeah, I just think Yarrawonga will be too strong. I think it'll be about 5 or 6 goals.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it did blow out to something like that. I think Yarrawonga really would have put this game in the calendars after Albury getting just over the line of them earlier in the season. Obviously, really entertaining game they had at the sports ground earlier in the year. I think Yarrawonga was behind by about 35, 36 points late in the third quarter and almost stormed home to get over the top and get the victory there, but lost by 5 points to Albury. So, really entertaining game there. So, if we get a similar game today, Panda, we'll be in for a really good show.
And Chris, the sun's back out, mate. We've had showers on and off all over pre-game, over the last hour or so. But the sun's back out now. But I reckon we've had 4 showers in the last half an hour.
Yeah, Albury's been the same, and obviously similar conditions here in Yarrawonga, but there's some dirty clouds there hovering over. I don't think we're going to see the last of the showers, but it might be stop-start all day. It won't affect the footy at all unless it comes down pretty heavy because the ground's in perfect condition.
Great mates, Anthony Miles and Mark Wiley, look like they're lining up alongside each other as well, Lukey, which will be a very good battle. I think they live with each other, in their GWS days, Freaky.
Yeah,
so
they did, yep.
They're very good mates. As the umpire holds the footy up, it's the Pigeons taking on the Tigers here on O&M Live. And here is Luke Francis for A-grade oils and batteries.
Yeah, here we go. The Hoops versus the yellow and black. O'Hara with a handball over the top. Ironspawn picks it up for the Pigeons though, and Seymour off half back puts it in the direction of Nick Fothergill. So Brad Freak mentioning pre-game, 3rd in marks in the league this year. Amazing for an on-baller. And now Willie Wheeler down forward inside 50. Quick kick on the sticks, bouncing towards the boundary. And the ball has gone out of bounds. First term brought to you by A-grade oils and batteries. Here's Blake Escott for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
What a great pickup that was from Willie Wheeler. Back in from injuring his shoulder. AC joint, I think, against Wodonga in round 14. So great to have him back in play. Anthony Miles just slipped over. Did Fothergill grab one high? He did. So Nick Fothergill's pushed forward like we've seen a lot throughout the year, Chris O, and he's going to line up for a shot in the pocket. Just wanted the footy more than anyone there.
One of the underrated players in the comp, isn't he? Obviously come over from the GV, and he's been outstanding in his first season at the Pigeons and racks up possessions at will. And, Duncan a little bit overzealous there, and he's returned to the Tigers, and, he's going to line up for goal. Pretty of a tight angle, not much of a distance to speak of.
So 2 goals last week and 16 disposals against North Albury. As I said, he's been a prolific goal kicker, 18 for the year as a midfielder. He comes in, starts his approach, and that is straight through the middle. So the first goal that day to Nick Fothergill and the Yarrawonga Pigeons, and the start they wanted. We've only gone a minute and a half on the McDonald's time clock. They lead 1 straight 6 to the Albury Tigers yet to go in their own attacking half. So just the start that the Pigeons would have wanted, Brad Freak.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw in that play lead up where they got the ball off half-back line there. Yarrawonga, Wiley and Nick Fothergill in a lot of space on that far wing to be able to use the ball going forward with Willie Biller. They're just going to have to, Albury's going to have to match those boys closely. I think today, obviously, we touched on Fothergill, and it seems to be he can get away from teams. Obviously, he's had a hot start, 2 disposals early and a goal on the water stat sheet.
Yeah, he's having an outstanding season, is Nick. He is red hot. Harry Wheeler out of the centre. On to Mark Wiley. Here come the Pigeons again, up towards the half-forward flank. Fraunfelder missed it, dropped the mark. Nick Fothergill at ground level goes again. And Miles has got him. I'll reef the ball off him. Did well. Then Lockout took him in a tackle. Nick goes again. That's Fothergill. He's wrapped up a few players around the footy. And the umpire calls for it. Sun out again. Bit of everything today. Weather-wise, Kelly out of the ruck. Harry Wheeler, she's doing well. Another clearance for him. Then wide to the wing to Fraunfelder. And the Pigeons have it in space.
Yeah, Fraunfelder gets on that trusty left foot, kicks it long. Koopman's out the back. Ryan Bruce is there as well. And Taylor Nugent just plays the percentages and rushes it through for a behind. So the Pigeons 1-1-7. Albury yet to score.
I'll tell you what, we didn't need to worry about it being a dead rubber. These sides are going hammer and tonk and want a bit of mental edge heading into that final in a couple of weeks.
The kick to McMenamin was a beauty. Off hands, Miles goes down the wing. A kick up to Jones is even better. Chop of the arms, and Alex Jones has won a free kick here for the Tigers on true centre wing. The Pigeons by 7. Here's Lukey Francis for the Old Town and Country Tavern on O&M Live.
Yeah, so Jones, Alex in the blue boots, centre wing for the Albury Tigers, and he comes wide to Anthony Miles. What kind of leader is this guy? Absolute star. Looking for the hand pass off to Duncan, and then a low kick going for beautiful delivery to Jeff Garlett. Nice footy, composed. Chris Mitchell, that was nice for Albury Wodonga MG.
Yeah, Anthony Miles was in two minds whether to hand pass. Obviously found Duncan, yeah, he had to split a couple of defenders and really just gave Jeffy Garlett a spot to lead into and hit him on the chest beautifully.
Yeah, and speaking of two minds, Jeff Garlett, he passed that ball off. He settles again, has a shot on the sticks to the southern end, and that's nice. A good response from the Albury Tigers here at JC Low Oval. And at the moment, it's the Yarrawonga Pigeons on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard, 1-1-7 to Albury's 1 goal straight 6 as we go to Brad Freak on the Water stats.
Yeah, 3 early touches to early Anthony Miles. They're really smart play by him. He just held up the play. Lockie Howe was in back filling the hole in front of Jacob Conlon as well. So the Tigers couldn't just blaze away. Found Michael Duncan with the handball and a nice pass inside 50 to Jeffy Garlett to get the first goal on the board for the Tigers.
And by Jeffy's standards, he's had a quiet year, but he's now kicked 23 goals. He kicked 3 goals last week against Lavey. If he can fire at the right time of the year, what sort of X factor do Albury have on their hands? As Fothergill again with a clearance for the Pigeons. Kicks it up the true centre half forward. They go forward with a dribbling kick inside 50. Well done there, the Tigers' defence through Hodge, and he's got to get rid of it. He's been crunched. Holding the ball, Lee Williams comes out and grabs him holding the ball. And we've got a free kick for the Pigeons. Lee Williams will line up for goal number 59, if you don't mind. You love your big fellas doing that, Chris O.
Absolutely, you do. He had a fair bit of urgency, Hodgson, when he got it, but I don't think he knew how quick Williams was and just laid those big arms around him, and there was no way of escaping that bear tackle.
Showed good pace there, Lee. I didn't realise he had that in him.
He's got big legs, big steps, chased him down, mowed him down. So Lee Williams from directly in front, 50 metres out. He's pulled it to the left. I don't know if it's ready to score. It has. So a disappointing finish there by Big Lee Williams. The Pigeons 1-2-8, Albury 1 straight 6. That's on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. We've gone 5 minutes in this first quarter for A-grade oils and batteries.
Yes, a ball in the arc of the 50 put down by the Tigers. Miles mops up. Now he's taken by Fothergill. Did well to get it on the boot, Anthony. And then got it down the line to McGrath, wearing the 6 Guernsey. I tell you what, he's having a good year as well. And then he fires it down towards the half-forward flank on the outer side. There's that man, Lee Masters. Speaking of big years, he has been absolutely wonderful. He's going to figure so prominently in the Morris medal. On to Fothergill again. How many now? Freaky on the Water stats.
4 for Fothergill.
And the Pigeons go forward through Iron Spawn on to Harry Wheeler. Short, nice. And he picks up Mark Wiley in the pocket to the Lake Marwala end. Chris O, tough angle. What are your thoughts on this one for the Albury Wodonga MG?
He wasn't confident because he's been trying to pass it off a couple of times, but it looks like he's going to go back and have a shot here. But, yeah, that's an X factor that Mark Wiley has, isn't it? He can start in the midfield, then drift forward, and he's a great marking target as well.
So Mark shooting at the Pigeons second. to the northern end, and he's pushed it through for one behind. So 118 leads Albury. 1 goal straight, 6 on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. Here's Brad Freak for Waters.
5 early inside 50s for Yarrawonga as well to 1 compared to Albury. So the ball is really living in Yarrawonga's half. They have to try and hit the scoreboard a little bit more regularly. Obviously missing a couple of shots there. They'll get more opportunities.
Maholgate has intercepted the kick from Miles on the far wing. So the Pigeons setting up Brentley here. Wiley is going to pump him in again. Where's Williams? Coming out the back there. Willie Wheeler looks like he's playing forward. Off hands. McGrath left the footy behind. Quick snap from Fothergill. It's a floater. It's going to land in the goal square. Take a bit of a right off-spinning break, and it's through for a point. So they are owning the early stage of this first quarter. The Pigeons 1-3-9 Albury, 1 straight 6, 7 gone in this first quarter for A-grade oars and batteries. Freaky, what about the intercept mark a couple of minutes ago from Masters, and the kick into the middle of the ground was just a beauty.
Oh, it just showed all his class there, didn't he, Panda? I almost said he'd have to be the front runner for the Morris Medal at this stage, I'd say. I don't know if there'd be anybody else in front of him at this stage. He's out there marshalling the troops as we speak. He's just a fantastic player.
See, Braden O'Hara's close to Nick Fothergill. Gee, they've got to check in closely, Chris Mitchell, because Nick has had a blinding start to this game. Now, ball goes forward. Lee Williams after it. Picks it up on the second bite. And then dishes off to Mead. Jackson has his ping at the sticks. He's got it. So the Pigeons get another. They're second on the board. Great start to this round 17 game between the Hoops and the yellow and black at JC Low Oval. First turn brought to you by A-grade oils and batteries as we go boundary side to Chris Mitchell for Albury Wodonga MG.
Yeah, great finish there by Mead. He was under all sorts of pressure by Lucas Conlon, who's a big angry defender, and he was breathing down his neck pretty quick, but got the shot away, and that's the second goal, obviously, for the Pigeons.
Pigeons are really dominating this game. On the Water stat sheet, 6 inside 50s already, 5 disposals for Nick Fothergill and 4 for Mark Wiley. Their prime ball winners are just getting away too easily at the moment.
How about the agility at ground level from Big Lee Williams to shovel that hand pass out to me?
Yeah.
He's on fire. Miles thought he got one high. Umpire agreed.
From his good mate, too.
Yeah, from Hos Wiley. Matey Murnett. So Miles, right, bang smack in the middle of the JC Low Oval. Sun out at the minute. Kicks it to Conlon, who comes hard and takes a great mark. Mawson's concrete player that day. It was a kick to a bit of space. It asked Conlon to move at him, Chris O'Dy. It was a great mark.
Yeah, he took 2 bites of the cherry to get it. Obviously, on the second one, he came down with it, but he was under all sorts of pressure too by Jai Cross and Logan Morey. But, straight in front and kicking from about 49 metres. So, desperately need this. They've only had the one scoring shot, the Tigers.
So 100 goals between Williams and Conlon in the SSNA Ovens and Murray this year. Conlon arcs around. He'll kick from directly in front. He keeps it really low. He must have been worried about the distance almost. It didn't get there in the end. Masters on the last line. Gives it off to Sexton, who just puts it on the boot and clears it for the Pigeons.
He certainly does. And Jesse Wilson just spilt the ball over the chalk. So crazy inside 50 numbers. Just give us those again, Freaky, on the Water stats.
Yeah, 6 to Yarrawonga to 2 to Albury to start this game.
It's a disappointing kick from Conlon, wasn't he? Kept it really low. It was like he was worried about the distance.
Yeah, Lockout just grabs it out of the ruck, virtually uncontested, thumps it towards the middle. Lucas Conlon, just lost a handle on the ball. Duncan cleans up, though, gets it wide. McMenamin in front of Urquhart. McMenamin has a bit of time. Nice kick on to Jacob Page. So the Tigers, true centre wing, broadcast side. Sun beaming down on JC Low Oval. Opening term here, 10 gone on McDonald's time clock. Up towards the arc of the 50. Jacob Conlon trying to wrestle against Cross. And then ball goes to ground. And we'll have a stoppage here, just inside attacking 50 for the Tigers at the southern end. Here's Blake Escott for Old Town and Country Tavern. First term, JC Low Oval.
2-3-15, the Pigeons. Albury, 1 straight 6. Byron Howe in a contest. Miles was able to dish a hand pass out, only as far as Fothergill, who kicks it down the line. It clears the zone, importantly, for the Pigeons. And Mead is tackled over the boundary line by Wilson. We've got a throw in. True centre wing, right in front of Chris O, boundary side for Albury Wodonga MG.
I could nearly throw it in, but great start. The ball's obviously been living in Yarra's half, but the Tigers are obviously not out on the scoreboard too far yet.
Hurled back into play. There's Nick Fothergill. He's in pursuit of it again. Tigers come through Grills. Did well. Just got a rush, kick forward. And then beautiful mark.
How's that mark?
Lee Masters. He is just class personified, and he pushes it to the outer side. There's Nick Fothergill, so you've got to keep up with him. Freaky, how many now on Waters?
He's up to his 7th disposal.
Wow. Game just 11 and a half minutes old. Here's Blake Escott.
So Ryan Einspawn having another great year. Kept that footy low once again down the wing. It's been turned over. Good pick up there by Duncan. And under pressure there was Daly. Got a quick kick away to Jones. So they backtrack a little bit there, the Albury Tigers. And the kick across the ground from Jones is going to ask a lot of McMenamin again, who's going to get on his bike. He just kicks it down the wing. And, well, Donkey Sharp, Caden Sharp just took a nice intercept mark for the Pigeons. Wheels around, pumps him inside 50. Not a great kick. Lucas Conlon intercepts for the Tigers. On the last line, he's going to cross the ground to Jesse Wilson. So early on in this first quarter, Yarrawonga 2-3-15, Albury 1 straight 6, 12 gone in the first quarter.
Taylor Nugent angles back towards the corridor to Hodgson, then out wide to O'Hara, and he's got some space to move, so this delivery should be good. One bounce, and then a low kick towards Bice, bounce in front of him. Then, well, the Pigeons just trying to repel the challenge. In goes Harry Cameron for the Tigers. He's brought to ground. And again, we'll have another break in play. So the umpire calls for an opening term, 15 plays 6. Up it goes again. And Zach By in the ruck now versus Howe. What a play this guy is for the Pigeons, held up. And again, we'll have another.
That's great defensive work there by Bice. Obviously, the Pigeons have been able to extract the footy and got it out of the defensive half pretty easily.
McGrath caught one high straight away from the tap down, and he's won a free kick here. Directly in front, 45 metres out. Definitely doesn't like his distance requirements there, and he goes to a leading Conlon short in the pocket.
Double teaming him too at the moment.
They are indeed. So it looks like Masters and Morey have sort of got the job at the minute on Conlon. Jai Cross as well. Is there any wind out there at all, Chriso? Because the Albury Tigers have had 2 shots from 45 out and haven't made the distance.
Nah, very slight breeze. It won't affect the footy. Interesting.
We got a whistle here, and I reckon there's a free kick. I thought it might have been to Harry Cameron for the Tigers, but it's not. It's to the other Harry, and Harry Wheeler out there for the Pigeons.
Zach By a little bit sore after that contest. Going to come to the bench. Bit of a worry for the Tigers.
Yeah, and Ben Kelly, of course, has some ankle issues as well that we know about. Braving on here, the Albury ruckman. Well done there by Daly, able to hand pass it to Taylor Nugent. McGrath, dancing step, goes in board. Beautiful kick. What about that delivery from Isaac McGrath into Jeff Garlett, who was marked 40 metres out directly in front. Once again, doesn't want to take the shot from that distance. 3 times in this first quarter, his kick has been intercepted by Caden Sharp for the Pigeons. What's going on out there, Lukey Francis? Albury just don't want to take an opportunity to kick a goal.
Yeah, interesting. She wasn't the ball going into him so smooth and classy from McGrath, but you're right, Panda. A shot 40 out on the sticks to the southern end, as Chris Mitchell just said, for Albury Wodonga MG, no wind. Will Sexton down the line, big pack of players going up. Wilson and also Lucas Conlon. Ball at ground level, fighting away, Fraunfelder, and he's held up by Jesse Wilson and also Harry Cameron. And again, the umpire will call for it. 15 plays 6 here on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. Brad Freak for Waters.
Yeah, Anthony Miles up to 6 disposals early for the Albury Tigers, paying a bit of a lone hand, and Nick Fothergill's up to 7 disposals as well.
So the Pigeons lead by 9, and they're going forward again. Well done by Wiley. Gives it off to the running Fraunfelder. Keeps it low from downtown, and he hit the post. You heard the groans from the crowd. Not a bad crowd here at the JC Low Oval as well. It's hit the stick, so Bailey Fraunfelder, 2-4-16 Yarrawonga, Albury 1 straight 6. We know he loves a sausage roll, does Bailey. We go around the grounds over to Brad Freak.
Yeah, in the other games in the Ovens and Murray at the moment, Coro out to an early 7-point lead against the Wodonga Bulldogs. Rovers up by 9 points against North Albury. Wangaratta out to a 3-goal lead against Lavington, and Myrtlefoot up by a goal against the Raiders.
O&M Live's very own Brad Freak as O'Hara heads inside 50 again. Oh, gee, going up high.
He's marked it,
yeah, Mitch.
It's a great mark.
Mitch Scott has taken the mark.
That's a great mark.
Yeah, he had to work for it, didn't he? So he's got the ball 45 out and will be on the 50 by the time he makes contact. Interesting to see.
Again.
Yeah, and it's borderline, isn't it, this time? So let's see what Mitch can do.
2 on Conlon in the square as well, guys. If they go for the short chip, he's going to be pretty well contested there.
Mitch Scott, a late inclusion for the Tigers, going to fall in the goal square. And Lee Masters, well.
Guess who?
That's it. He'll just keep doing that all day, week in, week out.
Zach By's gone down to the rooms, boys. Not great news for the Tigers.
And Masters pumps it outside 50, but it's turned over, so it'll be coming straight back in for the Tigers.
Yeah, Luke Daly marks. He's got an option inboard. At half forward, it's McGrath, who started this ball game very well. McGrath kicks it into the pocket. A beautiful lead from Jeffy Garlett. And he marks tight in the pocket. Right side for a right footer. Say 35 metres out, tied up against the boundary. Lee Masters, freaky, already taken 3 intercept marks.
Yeah, he has. He's been outstanding so far. He's had the 4 disposals on the Water stat sheet as well.
So many Yarrawonga jumpers behind the ball, it's forcing them to go wide.
So Jeff Garlett, he goes the drop punt, interestingly enough. Doesn't get the distance once again. I thought Jeffy could run around and screw that around with a snap, but not to be. And it's rushed through off hands for a behind. So Yarrawonga 2-5-17 with a 10-point lead over Albury 1-1-7. 17 gone on the Macca's time clock. First quarter action for A-grade oils and batteries on R17 Live.
Harry Wheeler went short to Urquhart and then to Coburn and then to Harry Wheeler. So they're inside the centre square now on the half-back flank and they go to the outer side looking for Jackson Mead, who's already kicked a goal in this game. And then plays on to Timmy Lawrence. Lawrence spearing ball towards Williams. Nice play from Lucas Condon, front spot. And he's the king of the switch in the O&M, and he steers it to the outer side, and the Tigers have got space.
Yeah, Mitch Scott goes down the line. Not a great kick, hung a long time in the air and allowed Morey to come along and fist it. And it's gone out of bounds right in front of those, well, the Premiership reunion marquees over there on the far side of the ground. Chriso, look like they're enjoying themselves. And, of course, we had Craig Edney join us on pre-game. That'll get a little bit rowdy later on, you'd think, Chriso.
Yeah, we'll take the microphone over there. It'll be very entertaining, boys.
So toss back into play. 17 plays 7. A 10-point lead to the Pigeons early. Miles has won another free kick for a high one.
Probably lucky we got the ambience mic on this side of the ground. Not the other side, boys, I reckon.
We've got a bit of colourful language. In saying that, though, we are next to the Yarrawonga corporate box, which does get very, very rowdy a little bit later on as well. Miles goes short to Blomley, he does. Right bank smack in the middle of the ground. 2-5-17 Yarrawonga. Albury 1-1-7. 18 gone in this first quarter.
Blomley looking for Jacob Conlon, got his mitts to it and then just spilled it. Falls to the ground. And the umpire will call for it. Chris Mitchell, Brad Freak, Blake Escott and Luke Francis, 15-66, 3-E. On in live as we edge closer towards September. Willie Wheeler try to get it out to Sharp and he's brought down in a tackle. 2 Tigers just pounce on him. And again, it's wrapped up. Sun beaming here, boys. Yeah. Tell you what, it's fined up nicely, hasn't it, Brad Freak?
It has, certainly. Look, if we go around the grounds for Plough and Tarrawingi, Wangaratta out to an early 30-point lead against Lavington.
We'll get you to chase the Yarrawonga news and Gifts netball update as well as the Tigers kick it inside 50. Look at that.
Yeah.
Jukes from Conlon up against 2, if you don't mind. He's plucked it from nowhere and he's going to line up 25 metres out directly in front, Chriso.
It's a bit of a torpedo punt. Not an easy one to mark either. Not a beautiful drop punt. But, put the mitts out. He nearly could have marked it on the chest. It sort of fell in his lap a little bit. But directly in front, you shouldn't think he'd trouble him from here.
So I wonder how low he'll keep this one because it was a bit of a worm burner, his last shot on goal. So Jacob Conlon, 25 out directly in front. Nails it. The goal that Albury needed. They go to 2-1-13. Yarrawonga 2-5-17. That's on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard. 20 minutes gone on the Macca's time clock. And now that takes Jacob Conlon's tally for the year to 44 goals. Brad Freak?
Yeah, it certainly does. They needed that one there, Albury, as well. They've already taken 5 marks inside forward 50 compared to Yarrawonga, who's only taken the 1 as well. So if we have a look at Yarrawonga news and Gifts netball update and the matches in the ground at the moment, Yarrawonga big winners over Albury Tigers, winning that one by 25 goals, 52-27. Lavington behind Wangaratta by a goal, 13-12. Myrtleford up by a goal against Raiders, 10-9. And North Albury up by 3 goals against Wangaratta Rovers, and Cora up by 3 goals against the Bulldogs.
4-point lead to the Pigeons on the Harvey Norman betting scoreboard, and Williams takes a mark inside attacking 50 at the Lake Marwala end. So the big man, once he gets his mitts to it, good luck trying to punch it from that vice-like grip. And what do you think, Chris? Will you back him in from here?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, he's got a bit of separation there from Lucas Conlon, who's gone back to the square, but it was Taylor Nugent and obviously giving away a bit of weight and height in that contest.
Yeah, so Lee Williams fires on the sticks to the Lake Marwala end. It's gone to the near side. Of course, Chris Mitchell brought you by Albury Wodonga MG. Now, Freaky, we hear that yourself and your partner bought an automobile during the week from Albury Wodonga MG. Is that correct?
Yeah, we certainly did. The great team down there looked after us and did all the help, and very happy to get the car. The only problem is now, though, Lukey, with all the things going on in the world, got to wait 3 months to get it. But there's not much we can do about that.
That's not bad. Yeah. Some people are waiting a year.
Yeah.
Play on advantage. It was a free kick and a throw against Albury as Fothergill sends the Pigeons inside 50 again. Too wide for Williams, but he's got a bit of separation on Lucas Conlon. And Williams just strangely enough, taps it over the boundary line, and we've got a throw in 20 metres out from Yarrawonga's goal, and they lead by 5 points as we tick up towards time on in this opening term. Round 17 SSNA Ovens and Murray action. Two great rivals going head-to-head, and of course they'll meet in 2 weeks' time in a qualifying final as well. And we've got another boundary throw in as Timmy Lawrence this time sees it over the line.
Sorry, Panda, just want to give a quick shout out to the lovely Karen in the canteen who's just delivered some beautiful food for us. So massive shout out to Yarrawonga and Karen in the canteen for looking after us every time we come down here.
Unbelievable
She's a star.
service.
Over there, Jake. Yeah, that's it. Ball back into play here in the pocket. Wilson, and then goes to O'Hara. Hot hand pass over the top to Duncan, trickling towards the boundary line. It goes out.
Lukey, you can just take
boundary
care of the next 10 minutes if you like, because I'm just going to go behind here and
Can I come up as well, please?
Well, the chips are nice and fresh. This is beautiful.
Yeah, no, wonderful stuff. This is what country footy's all about. Lockout grabbed it out of the ruck, quickly got it on the boot, up and under, heading towards Williams. Conlon did well to spoil it. Ball rolling along the ground again, across the line in the pocket, Lake Mowala and opposite side this time as we go to Blake Escott for the Old Town and Country Tavern opening term here. JC Low Oval, almost 23 gone on the McDonald's time clock, and it is, well, all locked up.
So the
13
Pigeons,
apiece.
I think it's 18.
18 to 13, I should
It's
say.
just the Suns in an awkward spot on that scoreboard over there, Lukey.
Thank you, Panda. You're right.
Nothing in it.
So Jesse Wilson just hacks it clear of the zone for the Tigers on that far side again, but it's coming straight back because Jack Sexton, or Will Sexton, his brother, has taken a very impressive mark. He keeps the footy low inside 50. Duncan backs back bravely for the Tigers in the hole and takes an intercept mark himself. So 18 plays 13. Game in a bit of a holding pattern here. Of course, as I said, both of these sides are going to play each other in a couple of weeks as Duncan's kick goes once again out towards that far side. Ball edge of the square, attacking end for the Pigeons. And we've got a ball up 65 around from their goal as we go to Lukey Francis for the Old Town and Country Tavern. 23 gone on the Macca's time clock in this first quarter.
Yeah, here we go again. Howe and Kelly. Howe's kick got smothered by Jones, and then Will Sexton just missed it, and then players tear in again. It's wrapped up, so a few stoppages in the opening term here, first quarter.
Ball living on the other side of the ground there, right in front of the Premiership reunion. I wonder what they're saying to the Tigers players over there, boys.
Yeah, that's it. You'd be getting plenty of advice, you'd think, wouldn't you? Howe, Coburn snavelled it, and then Miles caught one around.
It's his third high free kick he's won.
Yeah, the neck. He's just unreal, this guy.
Head over the footy first, Lukey.
You just know what you're going to get all day, don't you, Blake Escott? Here he is, just on the halfback for the Tigers.
How many on the what a stat sheet, Freaky?
He's already up to 8 miles, so he's having a good start to the game.
This man as well has been very impressive, Lucas Conlon. He had 27 disposals last week. And he's got the big job on Lee Williams today. He goes out right in front of those marquees at half-back, far side. It was a nice little 9-iron down the line from the Tigers. It's coming straight back. Morey in the long sleeves. Shallow entry inside 50 for the Pigeons. Taylor Nugent back there. Wins it. Important handball out to Scott. On to Bice. Left footer goes down the line to Conlon. Wasn't able to take the mark. I think it's Grills out there, in fact, up against Masters. And we're going to have a ball up true centre wing right next to the scoreboard. Yarrawonga 2-6-18, Albury 2-1-13, 25 gone on the Macca's time clock in this first quarter. We're doing it all thanks to A-grade oils and batteries.
Howe again out of the ruck, and then Fothergill did well, and then in fact he's found the boundary line on the other side.
It stopped starting at the minute, isn't it, Freaky?
Yeah, it certainly is there, Pen. If we go around the grounds for the Plough and Tarrawingi, Wayne Grado out to a 38-point lead over the Lavington Panthers in the first quarter there. Myrtleford up by 13 points against the Raiders. Wayne Grado Rovers up by 8 points against North Albury, and Wodonga Bulldogs out to a 10-point lead against the Coral Rutherglen.
Gee, the Maggies, hey? Now Mitch Scott tried to get the handball away.
Here we go.
And then
Foot
Jack
race.
Sexton kicks it to the outer side. There's a bit of space. Here's Ryan Bruce. Just couldn't take it on the first attempt. Tapping it in front of himself now. Picks it up. Tried to get it over his head to Ironspawn. Ironspawn's got to go and dishes out the back to Jack Sexton again. And then on to Seymour. And he's brought down, gone. And the Tigers have it through Jake Page.
Yeah, and the siren beats Jake Page because they were out there.
They were out, weren't they?
O'Hara was all by himself in a paddock, Chriso. And that was a good opening quarter. A bit stop-starty, but 4 goals kicked by both sides. 2-6-18 Yarrawonga will take a 5-point lead over the Albury Tigers, 2-1-13. That one went 26 minutes. We'll come back, second quarter. We'll restart us here on 15.663 and E's R&M Live. And on R&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
GoTAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
inspiring,
hands-on,
flexible, fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Recognise this face? I've been in more beer ads than anyone else, and all I'm told to do is smile, sip and laugh a bit.
0.0% alcohol?
This changes everything.
I can swim! I can upgrade heavy machinery! I can actually drive! Onwards, beer drinkers!
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care!
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
At 2AY, we're your home of news, talk, sport and music.
We're community-focused, passionate about our region and what makes it great.
We bring you the very latest news that matters, from breaking stories in your backyard to headlines and hot topics from around the country and around the world.
And on weekends, we live and breathe local sport and bring you exclusive live coverage.
1494 2AY, we're your local.
63NE.
Quarter time here at a sunbathe JC Lowe Oval here in Yarrawonga. We love coming to Yarrawonga for O&M live action. It's the Yarrawonga Pigeons 2-6-18 holding a 5-point lead over the Albury Tigers 2-1-13. A pretty good opening term. I'm going to throw him straight under the bus. He's just demolished a Schnitzel Burger. Our man Brad Freak on the Water stat sheet. What were the highlights in that opening term? And if you can go around the grounds for us as well. Thanks, Freaky.
Well, the real highlight was that Schnitzel Burger, but we can talk about that later, Panda. But in that first quarter on the Water stat sheet, Nick Fothergill was the one. He was also in the flex-out physio quarters best as well for Yarrawonga in that first term. He was outstanding. He had 8 disposals and kicked a goal. Mark Wiley, the coach as well, had 6 disposals in that first term as well. If we have a look at the Albury Tigers side of things in possessions, Anthony Miles is playing a bit of a lone hand for the Tigers at the moment. He had the 8 disposals in that first term. The inside 50s are relatively even, 13-9. But the marks inside 50 are the difference there. Albury had 5 marks inside 50 to 1, which we saw a few shots ago they didn't take advantage of in that term. So Albury will be looking to have a better opportunity. That they haven't been hurt on the scoreboard as yet, so the Pigeons will be looking to turn that around. If we go around the grounds for the Plough and Tarrawinji and the other games in the Ovens and Murray at the moment, Wodonga Bulldogs out to a 2-goal lead against Cora Rutherglen, 20-8. Waynegrada Rovers up by 8 points against North Albury, 15-7. Waynegrada Magpies out to a 30-point lead against Lavington, 39-9. And Myrtleford out to a 14-point lead against Raiders, 15-1 at quarter time.
We'll get you to chase the Yarrawonga news and Gifts netball update very soon as well. Chris boundary side for Wodonga MG. I tell you what, I could hear Anthony Miles from up here in the commentary box. He was very vocal at quarter time.
Very animated. I spent most of the quarter time huddle listening to Anthony Miles. He's pretty happy with how the game's going. Was really complimentary about the back six. One interesting point was he made they want to cover Fothergill when Yarrawonga has the footy. So obviously he's hurting them on the rebound and when the Pigeons have got possession of the footy. So that's going to be an interesting one to watch. Caught the back of Mark Wiley's speech, and he said he's pretty happy with the effort and structure, just the execution. So plenty to watch out for in this second quarter.
They definitely need to put some time, Freaky, into Nick Fothergill. We were just talking about it then. We all just said someone's going to run with him. Someone's going to be accountable for him.
Yeah, well, he just really damaging player. He ranks in the top 10 across the league in kicks, marks, inside 50s and score involvement. So the Yarra Pigeons love it in his hands. Marks is the one that stands out there to me. It says a lot to me that teams are just letting him run, do his own thing. We've seen plenty of opportunities in that first term where he, just in large areas of space by himself, a player that's so damaging, as we touched on the Water stat sheet. 8 disposals and a goal in that first term. He just hurts you in so many ways. He's not someone that you want to just let run free.
Well, it might be a bit scratchy to start, boys, because that Schnitzel Burger was fantastic. I've demolished it, and it's just sitting right in the guts at the minute. Look about that for a beautiful tap down from the restart to the running man Wheeler on the left foot inside 50. Williams, did he grab a hold of it? I thought he almost marked that one. Umpire said play on. Koopman was grabbed without it momentarily, and the umpire said give it to me. We've got a ball up inside forward 50. How about that ruck craft from Lockie Howe down to Harry Wheeler? That is a midfield group who is definitely on the same page for the Pigeons. Ball up. Fothergill, that man again, looks like Bice is hot on his tail. Wraps him up. Fothergill able to get a hand free. Gets it back. Gives it to Wheeler. Working in a phone box there. The Yarrawonga Pigeons. They've run out of space. Over the boundary line for a throw-in. 60 metres around from their goal. Far side. We've gone 45 seconds in this second quarter. It's a 5-point lead to the Pigeons over the Tigers.
Boundary umpire hurls it back in. Howe front spot down to McMenamin who pinched it. Then on to Riley Bice and look at him weave through. Left foot, nice, trying to find Jacob Page. He's got to go back and get it. Jacob, he did. Then inboard to McMenamin. Fumbled at a really crucial time. Harry Wheeler came and stole the ball. Got it back to Jack Sexton. He wheels around on the half-back flank and then goes down the line. Nice kick looking for Wiley. Went straight through his hands though. And then McMenamin back to Wilson over the top and then finds Jacob Page. He's looking inboard, high up and under kick. Well, he'll come out with this. Harry Wheeler bounces before him. Willie Wheeler back to Jack Sexton. So some pretty untidy play here from both teams. And in the end, Lockout takes the mark.
Yeah, on true centre wing. He's going to wheel around. He's a lovely kick for a ruckman. Mosdim didn't hit a teammate. Wilson puts his head over the footy. Duncan was definitely grabbed without it. And we got a free kick here to the Albury Tigers and Michael Duncan. Far side at half back. Hand pass it to McGrath. He's a beautiful kick of the footy. Does so there to Miles. Look at that for a kick. It's opened up the play to Bice. He can get it and go and take a bounce. He's on the wrong side for a left footer. Gets around one. Hand pass it to Garlett. Wheels around from 45. Garlett out the back. Doesn't make the distance.
Probably should have shepherded it through, shouldn't he?
Yeah, Conlon was on the goal line and probably could have let that one go through for a sausage roll. And it's well, are behind in the end. Albury, great movement through the middle, 2-2-14. Yarrawonga 2-6-18. 2 minutes gone in this second quarter. We're doing it all thanks to Solar Integrity.
And that's exactly what they need to do, get the ball in Riley Bice's hands. No one's going to catch him, so really enigmatic forward entry there for them.
Mark Wiley tried to spear it down to centre wing, but Luke Daly has done this on many occasions. He was able to take the mark and he went to Riley Bice, and then Riley, low, spearing left foot kick too low in the end. Couldn't find O'Hara. Pigeons mop up down back. There's Lee Masters. Tries to get it out to Willie Wheeler and then grabs it on the second attempt. Wiley fumbles again. It's a few people fumbling here on I must say, it's a fine day. Crisp conditions.
The wind has picked up a little bit out there, guys, so I think it's playing a little bit of a factor in the kicking.
There you go, Chris Mitchell.
See the windsock on the far side of the ground there?
Yeah, that's it. Like a runway, isn't it? Sort of set up, Chris. And then Fothergill at ground level, amazing in the first term. And then try to spear it out to Jack Sexton. And then Holgate got it out to a teammate again. It looks like Harry Wheeler at the bottom of that pack. It is. And again, we'll have another stoppage. Blake Escott for the old Town and Country Tavern on O&M Live. Here he is.
3 and a bit minutes gone in this second term. Howe just hacks it forward a little bit, gains about 10 metres for the Pigeons. Ball still at ground level. Both teams crashing in, and we've got another ball up. Brad Freak.
We go around the grounds for the netball update at the moment. Yarrawonga obviously had a big win against Albury to start off the day, 52-27. A goal in it between the big clash between Lavington and the Magpies, 22-21. In the other games, Myrtleford up by 3 goals against the Wodonga Raiders, 22-19.
All thanks to Yarrawonga News and Gifts.
Riley Bice been very busy this start of the second quarter, guys.
He has. So Riley with a left foot kick, not a great delivery inside forward 50.
Turned it over again.
Yeah, turned it over to Jordan Urquhart. Back in today, and he hugs that boundary and goes short at half back to Mark Wiley, the coach. So still no goal. 4 minutes gone in this second quarter. 18 plays 14. Pigeons lead.
Wiley down towards the half-forward flank, very wide though, beautifully rowed from Harry Wheeler off hands, and then tries to get it to Lee Williams. He's out the back now and he's got some space, taps it once though, and the ball bounces over the boundary line, and it has found the chalk again as we go to Brad Freak for Wattis.
Yeah, to touch on Chriso's point there, Riley Bice has got busy in this quarter. He's had 4 disposals on the Wattis stat sheet. He only had the 1 disposal in the first term.
Rightio, let's see what happens from this contest. Howe got the best of it, grabbed it out of the ruck, rush kick forward along the ground, and then a beat Koopman, and trying hard the Tigers through McMenamin onto Hodgson, and Luke Daly has it, and they clear the fence.
Yeah, not great kick there from Luke Daly. Too wide, and it's out of bounds on the full. Just forward to centre for the Yarrawonga Pigeons, so they're going to have a chance to go back inside forward 50. Chriso, you're loving that duel between Conlon and Lee Williams.
It's intriguing, isn't it? I think he kicked 4 last time against them, only in sort of a half a footy. So, yeah, a 4-quarter battle is going to be really good between those two.
Must say, Panda, we've seen some untidy play to the start of his second term.
We have, as the Pigeons pump it in again. That was a bit of a mongrel kick inside 50. Duncan has to get rid of it, intercepted by Ryan Bruce, who hand passes it to himself, if you don't mind. Trying to go all the way. It's picked up by Fothergill, and he's harassed over the boundary straight away by Jesse Wilson. He wanted to go all the way, then do the old KB, I think, Ryan Bruce. It's a boundary throw in 10 metres out from the Pigeons' goal. Dangerous for them. 6 gone in this second quarter. They lead by 4 points.
Ball back into play. Big boundary throw in. Howe at the back. Kelly. And then down in front to Urquhart. And he got it off to Wheeler. And then Harry. In fact, Willie puts one up high.
Oh.
Koopman at the back.
Wow.
It's been taken. And is it Taylor Nugent?
Yeah.
It is. Great mark. And then spears it to the outer side to Anthony Miles and the Tigers. Well, they get out of defensive 50 again to McMenamin.
That mark from Taylor Nugent, I don't think we've given that one enough credit. That was so brave. Miles kept running. Dainty little kick into Harry Cameron, who just dropped it, but he had enough time to go back and get it. And he gives it off to McMenamin, who stayed out wide. On to Miles once again. That's a beautiful kick down the line. Grills just dropped it at the crucial time. Picked up here by Page, who sends a torpedo inside 50 for the Tigers. Well done by Morey up against Garlett. Good old-fashioned one-on-one. Garlett tied up against the boundary. Left foot kick. Look at that onto McGrath. Grills, I think, has kept on running, has he? He has, Jimmy Grills. And he's taken it. He's hand passed it over the top to Bice. Easy as you like. Great Tigers play from one end of the ground to the other. You can thank the hard running, Chris O, I believe, there of Anthony Miles, who set up that play down the wing.
Yeah, he did, and then it found itself obviously deep in the pocket there with Jeffy Garlett. He was good enough to sort of, Maury corralled him a little bit, but all the AFL experience there from Jeffy Garlett at the Blues. He found a teammate there. They just played a little bit of keepings off, didn't they? And kicked an easy goal, but a good start here from the Tigers. Obviously haven't had too many forward 50 entries. What are the stats there, Freaky?
Yeah, they've only had they've had 4 in this term compared to 3, but they've been able to hit the scoreboard more regularly. It's the link players, I think, that are getting involved on the Water stat sheet. Jake Page is up to 3 disposals in this quarter, and Riley Bice has had 5 and kicked the goal there as well.
Yeah, so on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard, it is the Albury Tigers hitting the front, 3-2-20 to the Pigeons, 2-6-18. Almost 8 gone on the Macca's time clock, second term, JC Low Oval. This is 15-66, 3-E. Chris Mitchell, Brad Freak, Blake Escott and Luke Francis. Ball on centre wing, outer side. Jack Sexton brought down by Riley Bice. And we will have a stoppage just adjacent to the scoreboard. Saturday afternoon footy, O&M, round 17. Howe, down at ground level, Coburn.
Strong tackle.
Yeah, it was. Brought down by Blomley.
Smashed him into the turf a bit, but he's got up, which is good news.
Yep. And we're going to have another stoppage. The reset again. And out the back, McMenamin was just there as the anchor. And then Lee Masters through his mitts. Jack Sexton got taken high from Riley Bice. And the Tigers, they give the ball up. The Pigeons will have it. And they play on and they get it to cross.
Yeah, dangerously though. Dangerous place to play on. But Ryan Einspawn worked it out. He comes really, really right broadcast side. And it's going to trickle over the boundary line right in front of us. So it's a 2-point lead to the Tigers. First time they've hit the lead all day. Riley Bice with the only goal in this second quarter. 20 plays 18. So we tick up towards the 10-minute mark. Doing it all thanks to solar integrity. Lockie Howe's been dominant in the ruck today. Kelly is definitely labouring out there on that ankle. Inside 50, the Pigeons go. Mead over the head of him. Picked up brilliantly there by Fronfelder, who got a smart kick away to Koopman, but they just weren't on the same page. Daly in defence for the Tigers, clears it out to half-back. McMenamin up against 3 Pigeons. Did really well, Braden McMenamin, to force a stoppage 60 metres out from Yarrawonga's goal. That was brilliant there, Freaky, by McMenamin and the Tigers. Less numbers.
Yeah, certainly was there. McMenamin's found his feet at senior level as well the last few weeks, having 16 and 18 disposals his last 2 weeks, so he's coming into a nice bit of form.
A lot of numbers around this ball. Willie Wheeler got brought down. Goes again. McMenamin and him wrestle for the pill. And then the umpire blows a whistle. And again, he's going to take it. Chris Mitchell for Albury Wodonga MG. What's the latest down there, mate?
Yeah, well, I haven't seen Bice, so he might be done for the day, and that leaves a fair bit of pressure on Kelly to ruck for the Tigers.
And he's definitely labouring out there. I watched the game a lot last week, the highlights of Lavey versus Albury. He couldn't walk in the last quarter. He's definitely carrying something on that ankle. So Lockie Howe with an opportunity to really take the game away from Albury here.
There you go. So Zach Bye on the pine at this present time. Jack Sexton for the Pigeons. And try to get the handball back to Fothergill, but O'Hara was there. Blomley brings down Fothergill. Ball's gone across the line, right of centre wing, out of sight as we go to Brad Freak.
Yeah, well, Ben Kelly hurt his ankle in that game against the Wayne Grada Magpies at the Albury Sports Camp, so I was wondering if it's still something lingering on from then. Obviously, big guys, they can, in a ruck position as well, can hold on to injuries like that throughout the year.
Look at that for a throw-in. That must have went 30 metres. That was brilliant. Blomley taken to the ground straight away, holding the ball. That was a great tackle by Jack Sexton.
Wheeler and Jones going on with it here.
Yeah, I reckon they almost had a couple of punches thrown at each other almost. Inside 50, the Pigeons go. Williams had to beat 2. Wilson done well, handed it off to his mate and Duncan, running down the line. Kick not great, out of bounds in front of Blomley. In fact, it's out of bounds on the full. And Urquhart brings it back in for the Pigeons. He spots up Will Sexton. Just forward to centre. Wheels around, plays on straight away, kicks it into the pocket, looking for Williams. Out the back, Fothergill almost marked it. Ball at ground level, picked up by Fronfelder. Well done, Bryden Hodgson for the Tigers. He wraps him up, wins the free kick, kicks it dangerously to Bice. Hung a long time in the air in defence, but they come out towards the broadcast side. It's in the hands of Wilson.
And Wilson over the top to Jacob Collins, so he's pushed back, and now he gets it on the right boot and sends it down the line. Garlett bounces fortuitously for him, and then he swings around, right boot, sends it towards the arc of the 50. Lockout, big defensive fifth. Jimmy Grills is tearing after the pill. Boundary line's going to beat him and also Lee Masters, and the ball has gone out of bounds to the Lake Mulwala end.
Good result there because obviously it was Lockie Howe and Masters against just Jimmy Grills. So a 2-on-1 and he forced the ball over the boundary in a dangerous spot in the pocket there for the Tigers.
So 20 plays 18. Riley Bice, the only goal scorer in this second quarter. The Pigeons led by 6 at quarter time. They trail by 2 now. Lockie Howe dominating once again in the ruck. Wiley. Geez, they were hot on his hammer there.
Oh, yeah.
Hot on his hammer. There's a free kick here to Albury. I think it's going the way of Jacob Conlon, Chriso.
Yeah, he's well within range. He's obviously not even looking to pass it off, boys, so he fancies his chances from here.
Wiley caught holding the ball. I tell you what, the umpiring has been brilliant so far, I reckon, today, boys. They've nailed every one of them. They were very hot on Wiley there to get rid of it, but as long as they're consistent. So Conlon will kick from 40 metres on a 45-degree angle. Clubroom side of the JC Low Oval. He's already got one, Jacob Conlon. Look at that. That is straight through the middle. Gun barrel straight from Jacob Conlon. He's got 2. And the Tigers now lead 4-2-26. Yarrawonga 2-6-18. A little bit of a break here, Chriso, boundary side for Yarrawonga MG.
Yeah, it's going to make it very interesting. I think we all picked Yarrawonga, but they've kicked the last it's only 2 on the trot, isn't it, for the Tigers?
Three goals
in a row now, yep. So obviously, they're in front 4-2-26 to 2-6-18 on the scoreboard there. But yeah, the ball when it goes down there, they're scoring from there's limited opportunities they've got. So the defence has been pretty stingy as well. So a good start here from the Tigers.
Yeah, here we go. Ball back in the middle. Saturday afternoon, JC Low Oval. Howe with a big tap out of the ruck. Wiley straight onto it and then puts it on the boot and gets it forward. McMenamin came tearing out. And now Lucas Conlon, one over the top to Jacob Page. He was close to taking off there. He held it in the end. Then left boot trying to find Blomley. Jack Sexton over the top with a fist too high. And Blomley will get the ball back here. So he's inside the centre square. So Will.
Bit going on between Page and Coburn there off the ball.
And then he spears it down to the half-forward flank. Sitting under it was Brunner. And he's dived on from Sharp. Hodgson goes in. Harry Cameron has a crack at it. Blomley again, left foot, rush, kick forward. Didn't go the required distance, I didn't think, to Grills, but it is paid, and the Pigeons crowd not happy.
Yeah, so Grills, he's a left footer, kicks it into the pocket. Garlett, look at that for a beautiful kick. And an even better mark from Jeffy Garl that just protected the drop zone in front of Morey. He's already kicked one, Jeffy Garlett. Chris, are you expecting this time to run around?
He's been pretty important too, hasn't he, this quarter? Every time the ball's gone near him, he looks dangerous, whether it's having a shot at goal or setting one up. So fancies his chances from here. Tight angle.
So he's going to go with the drop punt off the side of the boot. It's across the face. A couple of times Jeffy has had an opportunity tight in the pocket to run around. He's gone with the old drop punt. So
never looked like it, did he?
No, 4-3-27 Albury, lead Yarrawonga 2-6-18. 15 gone in this second quarter. That's on the Macca's time clock. We're doing this quarter all thanks to Solar Integrity. Here's Lukey Francis for the Old Town and Country Tavern. We are right in front of the Albury box as well, guys, which is what you can hear on our ambience mics.
Lee Masters just balks around Jacob Conlon in the back pocket, then fires it out and gains great field position for the Pigeons. And then working hard out there. Look to be Urquhart, ball high, heading up towards the arc of the 50. And then O'Hara will get another crack at it in front of Seymour. Seymour picks it up, though, steals it, try to get it to Will Sexton. Lee Marston grabs it, and then back to Jack Sexton. And he says, boys, let's get out of here. I'm going to go with a torp down the line, heading towards the boundary line, bouncing out of bounds. As we go to the score for CMV Truck and Bus, it is the Albury Tigers 4-3-27, leading Yarrawonga 2-6-18. Here's Brad Freak for Wattis.
Yeah, early on the Wattis stat sheet stands out to me as the marks inside 50, 7-2 in favour of Albury. You would have thought with Big Lee Williams in there, you might think the Yarrawonga will be able to get him a bit more, but just their composure going forward and the defensive game that Lucas Conlon's playing is outstanding.
Garlett's been busy up around the wing there, kicks it inside 50, but once again Lee Masters with his 4th intercept over Jimmy Grills, takes it for the Pigeons. He goes out really wide to Jack Sexton at half back. Far side, goes short to Caden Sharp. Right on his D50, called to play on. Not sure he actually went off his line there, and he has to give it back to Masters. Able to get around Grills. Still in his own D50. Beautiful kick down the line to Will Sexton. Right in front of those marquees if you're watching on the O&M Live Optus TV. Celebrating the 10-year premiership reunions for the Yarrawonga A-grade footy, netball, senior footy and reserves flag. as Conlon takes an intercept mark for the Tigers on true centre wing. He comes in board to Cameron. The Tigers lead by 9, 17 gone in this second quarter.
If we go around the grounds for the player in Tarrawingi at the moment, Wodonga Bulldogs out by 25 points over the Corowa. Wangaratta Rovers up by 24 points against North Albury. Wangaratta Magpies out by up a big lead there against Lavington, 64-17, and Myrtleford up by 14 points against the Raiders.
Beautiful. Brad Freak on O&M Live. As the umpire has it on the outer side, just right of the scoreboard. On a, wonderful day for footy now. Really has turned into a ripper.
Good day to drink beer over there in those marquees, Lukey.
Yeah, that's it, Panda.
3 flags.
Reunion crew having a super old day here at JC Low Oval. Not only get a bit more chirpy as the day lengthens. Now what's happened here? Holding free kick, and he'll get the ball, will he?
Yep.
No, it's going to Harry Wheeler. So Harry with the pill, and he moves to Sharon on quickly, doesn't waste any time. Nick Fothergill, so this is the man they've got to, check closely. Too much space for him. He'll carve you up every time, and then Nick plays on wide to Williams, and he's got it. And now this is his chance for the Pigeons to respond here and get within one more kick.
Just a little bit more composure from Yarrawonga there. Just took their time, but kept the ball in motion as well. Didn't allow the Albury defence to get back and fill that hole in front of Williams, which they've done so well so far in this game.
Highly talented forward, this guy. Really can play the game. Hasn't got onto it. Didn't strike it at all well, and has fallen short. Touched across the line for one behind on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. So 27, I should say, plays 19 here. Second term, 19 gone at the McDonald's Time Club.
Oh, Miles from the kick in. Took the mark. Goes short to Daly. 40 out from his own goal. Comes out really wide. Love the game of Jeff Garlett. He's pushed up, working hard today, and he's getting in the scoreboard. Impacting. Goes down the line to Hodgson in a one-on-one. Well done there by Einspawn. Hodgson kept on running. He's beset us on straight away by Wheeler. That was Willie. I thought Einspawn got one in the back. Umpire didn't agree.
They're letting it go, aren't they?
They are. Ball up. True centre wing. Right in front of the marquees here at the JC Low Oval, far side of the ground. Albury 4-3-27. Lead Yarrawonga 2-7-19. And we have played 19 minutes in this second quarter, Lukey Francis.
Yeah, we have. Now, Brad Freak has spotted Mick Duncan coming towards the bench. What's that, Freak?
Looks like he was just grabbing at his hammy there as he's walking off. He definitely hasn't got much more than... He can't even get up to a trot, so...
Yeah, he's doing the short shoe shuffle.
So Hodgson kicks it inside 50. Scott running onto it. Morey did well to grab him at the crucial time because he was running into goal, and it's through for a point. Albury owning this second term, 4-4-28. The only 2 goals, Yarrawonga 2-7-19. 20 minutes gone in this second quarter for Solar Integrity as Sexton is streaming down the wing. He goes short to Bruce.
So Ryan Bruce with the footy. True half-back flank for the Hoops. And then he puts a dump kick down the line. Kirkman at the back. Oh, gee, flew, but Mead. One possession at the front. Good mark in the end. Gee, you could see him looming, couldn't you, Panda? Just didn't come off. Hodgson, nice defensive mark for the Tigers, so they win it. Now, Lucas Collins on if he wants him. He's going to ignore him. It looks like he'll probably come back down the line here to centre wing. No, wants to angle inboard to Alex Jones. That's all right. So they hold possession, the Tigers. Play is quite stagnant here for Alex. What will he do?
We had Jake Page on about 15 metres in front of him and didn't use him. Goes out wide. What a great kick. Mead over the head of Bice. Takes a nice mark. Goes very short to Wiley. Plays on straight away onto the running man Bruce. On his left foot, Mongrel kick inside 50. Miles working so hard for the Tigers. Pushing back in defence, taking an intercept mark. And his use today, Anthony Miles, has been brilliant. He's found O'Hara. Wheels around, kicks it up towards half forward. It's clean bowled a couple. Conlon out the back, wins a free kick for a high.
Grills is in the square.
Grills in the square all by himself.
Probably too far away. I don't think he would have made the journey, boys.
He didn't. So Conlon will have to kick this from every bit of 53 metres, I reckon, pretty much directly in front. Miles' kick in the middle of the ground was Brent to O'Hara. It was quick footy for the Tigers. This to take the margin out to 16 points if he kicks this. So Conlon directly in front. Loves it off the boot. He's got 2. Make it 3. A steal line goal today. What a finish that was from Jacob Conlon and the Tigers. They lead by 10 points, 16 points, 21 gone in this second quarter, 35 plays 19. They've kicked the only 3 goals. Brad Freak.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been outstanding this second quarter here. Anthony Miles, if you keep touching on, he's already up to 14 disposals for this. 14 disposals for this game. He's been outstanding. Riley Bice is another one in this quarter on the Waters stat sheet. He's up to 6 disposals. Really smart how they've got their forward set up at the moment. We know Masters likes to drop off and be the intercept. They've got Jimmy Grills on him by the looks of things. He's running around with him at the moment, just making him drag him closer to goal and not getting him up the ground as much to be able to cut off the forward attacks for Albury.
Gee, talk about big moments in football games, Chris Mitchell. That was a huge goal. Could we look back on that later in the day and say that was the one that put the Pigeons away?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're on fire, obviously, at the moment, the Tigers. And, Pigeons need to respond in this second quarter.
And here they come, or Coburn, just a little bit tall for him. Tigers go. O'Hara tried to hack it off the ground. And then Miles, look at him working away. And ball's tied up. Einspawn just, tailing him. And the umpire will call for it. So just on the almost corner of the square. Southern end here, far side. Bouncing ball along the ground at the moment. Willie Wheeler picked it up and then tries to get it to Fothergill. Nick picks it up, right boot around the body. It's going to drop short. And then coming out, Jackson Mead. Ryan Bruce dishes out beautifully to Williams, puts it on the boot. It won't be a goal. Going across the face, bouncing. And now Timmy Lawrence.
Oh.
And then a McGrath jumps on him. And what's the umpire said? He's going to call for it himself, is he?
Yep.
He'll take it. And we'll go to Blake Escott for the Old Town and Country Tavern as we work up towards a long break here on O&M Live.
16-point lead to the Albury Tigers. The last 4 goals in this game, the only 3 in this second quarter. Picked up, tied up against the boundary. Kicked towards 15 minutes out from goal. Bruce off hands, wasn't able to mark it. Taylor Nugent working hard in defence for the Tigers. Kicks it to Wilson. He just clears the zone on the left foot. Ball, true centre wing. Clean bowls a couple. Morey left it behind. Well done, Blomley. He won it. He can kick it to Grills, who snuck out the back. All of a sudden, it's at half forward here for Albury. Grills just couldn't pick the footy up. Cross come along and tried to worry him out of it. Inside 50 here for the Albury Tigers. There's about 6 blokes over this pill, and we've got a ball up, 30 out from their goal. Great movement. Fast movement once again by the Tigers. When they've got out the back, Chris, the last couple of times, they've looked pretty dangerous.
Yeah, they've found that space in the 50, haven't they? Let's not forget, they're 2 down on the bench too with Duncan and Byron. We're probably not going to see them again.
Brad Freak for Waters. We'll just grab the inside 50s, Freaky, for the second term.
Yeah, they're even in this second term, 10 apiece, but obviously Yarrawonga haven't been able to only kick 1 behind in this quarter so far to Albury kicking the 3 goals, so the Tigers have been able to take full advantage.
Yeah, there you go. And then Holgate up against Jacob Conlon.
In the back.
In that contest. Yeah, Pigeons are going to get it. So, well, this will be interesting. In fact, the Tigers, there's Anthony Miles. He's got the peel.
He's putting them on their back at the minute, I reckon. Him and Conlon. The work rate of Anthony Miles.
He's gone to another level, hasn't he?
in there too.
Yep.
Garlett's having easily one of his better games of the year. That goes without saying.
Miles's ball use today has been first class.
He's setting up here for the hook kick. And around he goes. Anthony's too far across the face, though. In fact, he's just snuck in for 1 behind. So the Tigers go to 36. They lead the Pigeons 19 on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. We're ticking up to the 25.5-minute mark on the McDonald's time clock. Here's Blake Escott for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
Sexton brings the footy back in for the Pigeons. That's a short quarter. There was only 3 goals kicked. 25 minutes on the Macca's time clock. That second term for Solar Integrity went. And it was a term owned by the Albury Tigers. 5-6-36. We'll take a mini break. 17 points into the half-time interval here against the Yarrawonga Pigeons. 2-7-19. You're listening to O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
GoTape is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTape is the place for you.
GoTape is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad, and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Recognise this face? I've been in more beer ads than anyone else, and all I'm told to do is smile, sip, and laugh a bit.
0.0% alcohol.
This changes everything.
I can swim! I can upgrade heavy machinery! I can actually drive! Onward, beer drinkers!
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care!
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
At 2AY, we're your home of news, talk, sport and music.
We're community focused, passionate about our region and what makes it great.
We bring you the very latest news that matters, from breaking stories in your backyard to headlines and hot topics from around the country and around the world.
And on weekends, we live and breathe local sport and bring you exclusive live coverage.
1494 2AY, we're your local.
663NE.
Game in the balance here at half-time at the JC Low Oval. Aubrey, with the only 3 goals of that second quarter, lead the Yarrawonga Pigeons 5-6-36 over Yarrawonga. 2-7-19, who, Freaky, have been a little bit inaccurate. You're listening to the halftime show, all thanks to Supreme Skylights. As I said, Yarrawonga definitely didn't own that second quarter, and they've been a little bit inaccurate when they've gone forward.
No, absolutely, especially in the first quarter, Pandas. 2-6 in the first quarter, 18, and only getting the one behind in that second quarter there. Aubrey really dominated the game, and Aubrey going forward have been able to take their chances. It's for mine, it's a bit of a combination of the composure of Yarrawonga going forward, but also the defence that Aubrey has put up today in their back line. Obviously, Lucas Conlon is doing a fantastic job on Lee Williams, who's goalless to this point of the game, and obviously Yarrawonga only getting 2 goals as well. The defensive unit of Aubrey is working really strongly today, and then when they get the opportunity, they're running and gunning and going the other way and trying to hurt them going forward.
Yeah, you're listening to the Supreme Skylights halftime show. They're Velux dealers and installers. Head to supremeskylights.com.au. Wonderful supporters of R&M Live. I think you made a really good point there, Freaky. The transition footy of Aubrey has really hurt the Pigeons, and we saw that a couple of times. Bice gold, a couple of others, gold in that. Conlon kicked 2 goals in that second quarter, and they started them changed deep in their own defence, and some really good releasing kicks from Miles and McGrath, and they've been able to link up.
It's those boys in the middle of the ground when they're hitting them targets open. They're looking to turn and go really quickly. And I think the job that Jimmy Grills today is doing on Lee Masters is really interesting. Obviously, Masters is still playing a good game himself, but someone like Jimmy Grills, who's just a really smart footballer. It was a really late in that second quarter there was a possession where it was Grills and Masters, and they're about 60 metres out from goal, and Masters came up to the contest, but Grills knew just to hold his width and hold his space, and obviously the ball came over the top to him, and there's been a couple of times like that we've seen. Obviously Jacob Conlon took the mark, got the free kick, kicked that big goal from about 50 metres out as well, Chriso, but Grills was a Masters opponent who just took off back to the goal square, but Masters came up. So it's be interesting to see what they do in the second half. If Masters is then have to be a little bit more aware of Grills, because he's got the leg speed and can hurt the boys going the other way. So it'd be interesting to see how it plays in the second half, Chris.
It's a really good spot, that Grills on Masters. Something that doesn't really stand out, but when you think about the influence that Masters has had, he hasn't had a lot, especially in that second quarter. It was really telling, and the Tigers have been able to catch them off guard a little bit with that quick ball movement and kick over the top, and they've had heaps of space in the 50, and that's something the Pigeons haven't been able to get yet, and maybe that slow ball movement is not helping them.
Yeah, well, you can see the boys down the back half as well, in like Jesse Wilson and Bryden Hodgson and Lucas Conlon. They work really well together, and they work as a really strong, cohesive unit, and they've got all the really nice pieces there, as well as if we have a look at the Waters stat sheet in that first half. Anthony Miles was the leading disposal getter on the ground. He had 15 disposals in that first half. He's been simply outstanding for Albury, probably the best player on the ground for mine. Some of his kicks, as you rightfully touched on there, Panda, have been outstanding. Also for Albury, major ball winners. Riley Bice had 7 in that second quarter. They're taking to 8 for the game. And Michael Duncan, who we think might have a hamstring injury, had 7 disposals to half-time, but we'll have to see what happens there in the second half. For the Yarrawonga side of things, Nick Fothergill's been the one. He's kicked the goal and had 13 disposals on the Waters stat sheet. And Lee Masters as well. He's had 10 disposals, as we said. He gets plenty of it, does kick the ball in as well. 4 intercept marks as well. But it's been more of the intercept and crashing packs are going the other way as well, that he just hasn't seemed to have the same influence on him. And his opponent, probably the first time I've seen this year, Chris, is looking very dangerous going the other way.
Yeah, he certainly has. And I guess, Freaky, the big question is, what does the Pigeons need to do in this third quarter to turn things around? Obviously, 5 straight goals to 2, obviously, in the second the quarter there for the Tigers to really wrestle that momentum. But other than that, they haven't been obviously dominant, the Tigers, but they've got obviously more shots on goal than the Pigeons. What do the Pigeons need to change? Obviously, get Masters into the game for one would be a good start.
Yeah, Masters being able to ease down the back there, but Williams as well in the front half. I think their ball movement, as you touched on there, sometimes the defence of Albury has been really good today. I think we can't take anything away from that. Their defensive unit has worked really well, and they'd be absolutely rapt of how the first half has played out. So more of the same, but I think it's just going to be quick ball movement from Yarrawonga. They've got the leg speed in their midfield that they can take the game on, and we saw a couple of times there when they do take the game on, gives Williams that bit of space, has him one-on-one with Lucas Conlon, who is doing an outstanding job on him, but it's going to be easier for Williams if he's one-on-one rather than it's 1-on-3. So the quick ball movement, Panda, I think, is where Yarrawonga, and they can definitely do it. They can definitely break the lines, especially on their home deck here as well. We've seen them do it plenty of times as well.
So the goal scorers in that first half, Jacob Conlon's looked really dangerous up there. He's kicked 3 majors for the Tigers, 1 to Bice and 1 to Jeff Garlett. And I want to touch on Jeff Garlett soon. For only 2 goal scorers for Yarrawonga, Nick Fothergill and Jackson Mead. And the Pigeons' last goal came at the 8th minute mark of the first quarter when Jackson Mead kicked through a drop punt. So they have been able to score. Lee Williams has had 3 behind, so he's been inaccurate and he's shanked a few, from distance. Jeff Garlett's game, I mean, that's the best half of footy I've seen him play for the year. I mean, he's kicked the 1 goal too. He's looked dangerous. He's used the ball really well. He's pushing back and helping out his defence. But as I said, hasn't been a great year for Jeffy by his standards. But if he can come right at this time of the year, what a weapon that is for the Albury Tigers.
He's quite a frustrating player for Anthony Miles, because we know what he can do. He can turn the game on its head in a couple of minutes, and that's what he's done in this second quarter for the Tigers. But he's been pushing up the ground really well. They've isolated him really well. I think their structure is really suiting him. When the ball hits the ground, there's no player that can go near him. And Moore is a great defender, but it's better when it's in the air for Moore. And when the ball hits the deck and Jeffy Garlett can zip around him and really create those pockets of play. If he doesn't kick it, he'll set a player up.
They've tried him in every position this year, Freaky, as well. I've seen him play off half-back a couple of times, on the wing, just to get him more involved. But I like Christo's made a good point. They've put him down there at times, dangerously, sort of one-on-one. And as he said, he's working hard out there himself. You've got to want to work hard, and I think Jeffy's doing that today.
Well, getting the goal early in the game as well would have been good confidence boost for him as well. Took a nice mark there too and be able to get back and kick that goal. It's just, and his ball use as well, as you touched on, Chris. So Anthony Miles has been using the ball, but his ball use as well when he gets it across half-back and in those wing positions and trying to pull those dangerous kicks. He's looking really, really dangerous, Panda.
What are you doing if you're I know Albury have a 17-point lead here, Chris, but the dominance of Lockie Howe in the ruck is quite evident. We believe Zach Bywell, we didn't see him at all in that second quarter, did we? Ben Kelly's clearly carrying an injury out there. It's a good chance for Lockie Howe to really dominate, and Yarrawonga can get on top of the stoppage.
Yeah, they could even maybe push him forward and take some pressure off Williams, because they're double teaming Williams when the ball goes in nice and slow and high. So, yeah, Howe's having a great, obviously, contest. What a win it would be for Albury if we turn it around. 2 guys down on the bench, obviously. Duncan's a super defender, really important player for the Tigers, but and obviously Bye as well puts the pressure on Kelly. But, we're in for a huge second half here at the JC Low Oval. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, and we're going to go around the grounds as well, because there's some other big games happening. What's happening at the Sports Ground? All eyes on that one. Lavington Sports Ground, that is freaky. And I tell you what, the Wing Magpies are doing some damage at the minute.
Yeah, they certainly are. Looks like Lavington may have kicked back and come back a little bit, but it's still all one-way traffic there at the moment. Wangaratta, Magpies 77-31 in the other games. Myrtleford look like they might be out against Wodonga Raiders 36-3. At the WJ Finlay Oval, Wangaratta Rovers 38-16, and looks like Wodonga Bulldogs up by 23 points against Corowa 46-23 in that game at the moment.
And can we chase some netball scores as well, because there's a big game here in terms of shaping the finals. The third place Yarrawonga Pigeons up against the 5th place Albury Tigers. And I know that a lot of people watching that North Albury Wangaratta Rovers game as well, because North are the only team that can probably come into that 5 to knock out Albury, Freaky.
Yeah, a couple of close games. It looked like Albury get done by a better side today in Yarrawonga, 52-27. In the other games, a big clash between Lavington and the Magpies. Magpies up by 3 goals there, 42-39. Raiders up by 4 goals against Myrtleford, 46-42. North Albury up by 6 goals against the Wangaratta Rovers, 46-40. And Corowa Rutherglen too strong for the Wodonga Bulldogs at the moment, 45-18.
And our netball updates, all thanks to Yarrawonga News and Gifts, wonderful supporters of the netball, and our player of the day as well. If you're rewarding it at half-time, Chris O, our Yarrawonga News and Gifts player of the day, who would it be now?
I'd give it to Jeff Garlett. I think he's been the difference so far. Obviously, Miles does it week in, week out. We know what to expect from him. I don't know if he's a game changer. I think Jeffy Garlett is. And he's been phenomenal in this first half. Let's see if he can continue in the second.
Well, Garlett has that X factor about him, doesn't he? He doesn't need to have 25 disposals to really affect the outcome of the game, because all his disposals are going to be in the forward half of the ground. If he has a similar half to what he just had then, will be the Anytime Fitness Player of the day by the end of it.
In the AFL, a couple of games happening in the minute. GWS with an 11-point lead over Fremantle, 46-35. North Melbourne 24, Trail Gold Coast 44 by 20 points. There's also some Ovens and King finals happening today, Chris, as well. So I am chasing some scores from the league manager, Cam Green. So if we can give them to you on 15-6-3-8, we will. The Albury Tigers are out on the ground. They lead by 17 points at the minute at halftime over the Yarrawonga Pigeons. When we come back, third quarter action on the other side of this. You're listening to O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Clear.
Thank you.
GoTafe is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTafe is the place for you.
GoTafe is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Recognize this face? I've been in more beer ads than anyone else, and all I'm told to do is smile, sip, and laugh a bit.
0.0% alcohol.
This changes everything.
I can swim! I can upgrade heavy machinery! I can actually drive! Onward, beer drinkers!
Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with Go TAFE.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
At 2AY, we're your home of news, talk, sport and music.
We're community focused, passionate about our region and what makes it great.
We bring you the very latest news that matters, from breaking stories in your backyard to headlines and hot topics from around the country and around the world.
And on weekends, we live and breathe local sport and bring you exclusive live coverage.
1494 2AY, we're your local.
Pigeons up against the Albury Tigers. Third quarter action for STY medals. Not too far away from getting underway, and it's the Pigeons with it all to do here, Lukey Francis. Albury lead by 17 points, 5-6-36 over the Pigeons, 2-7-19. As we're hearing a bit of Eminem over our speakers, a bit of pump-up music, Lukey. You listen to Eminem?
Radford tipped this, Blake Escott. He got it. He was right on the money. He said Eminem will be up next. No, not a big fan. Wiley out of the middle. On the right boot and then hands forward, and a nice mark taken back there by McMenamin. And he comes straight to the centre wing, doesn't muck around to McGrath, and Isaac is away and then puts it on the right boot. Shocking tumbling kick. Jacob Conlon picks it up, did well, onto Alex Jones, and he's brought to ground by Holgate. Pigeons get it, and they win possession on the arc of defensive 50 as we go to Blake Escott for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
Not ideal there from Alex Jones. So Holgate's kick was dangerous. It was touched. Cross claimed the mark, but Miles got a fingertip on it. The Pigeons retreat 50 metres. Lee Masters in his own defensive goal square. Goes out to the far side at half back. Turned over. Jeffy Garland. He's been brilliant all game. Left foot kick hung a long time in the air. Spilt down there from Holgate. Applied a good tackle on Conlon. O'Hara left the footy behind 50 metres out from goal. McGrath steadies from 45. Look at this. Look at this. Blomley has marked on his own in the pocket, 15 or 20 metres out.
Great vision.
Pretty much directly in front. McGrath could have blazed away then, Chris O, but he found Blomley all on his own.
He had an absolute paddock, pretty much the 52 himself. So, great play. Yeah, McGrath could have had a shot at goal, but Blomley was in the better position, and he nearly passed it off as well. I think, Jimmy Grills calling for it in the goal square, but he thought better of it. He's going back for a shot at goal.
So the last 4 goals in this game to make it the last 5. Blomley comes in. It's across the face. 25 metres out on a slight angle. That could be costly. So Albury 5-7-37. Yarrawonga 2-7-19.
So Duncan's out, boys. He's got ice on the hamstring, and you'd have to worry about his finals chances. By's already out of this game as well. So 2 down on the bench, going to hurt their rotations.
Yeah, there you go.
45 Wangaratta scoreboard. Sorry, Lukey.
Chris Mitchell with his finger on the pulse. Boundary side for Albury Wodonga MG. And then Will Sexton down the line for the Pigeons to Frauenfelder as the boundary umpire nearly slipped. Just kept his footing in the end. And then Bailey wants to square it up. Nice ball to Lockow. Handballs off to Jack Sexton, and away they go, the Pigeons. Inside attacking 50. No one back there for the bouncing ball. Ryan Bruce charging onto it. Picks it up. No, fumbles at the crucial time, and then try to get it to Coburn. Well, probably a wasted opportunity in the end, Chris Mitchell.
Absolutely. It looked like he's running into an open goal. Just wouldn't sit up for him. So, still a boundary throw in and a dangerous spot here for the Pigeons.
Yeah, Michael Duncan right in front of us, 2 metres away on the Albury Tigers bench, and he's got ice on that hammy, so that's not great to see. What is good for the Tigers, though, is an 18-point lead, 37 plays 19. We've got a whistle and a free kick here.
Redoing the throw-in,
they are?
Panda.
Okay, thank you, Freaky. Dominating on the water stat sheet. So another boundary throw-in. That's a better one. Howe, front position, taps it down. Quick left foot kick comes forward for the Pigeons, and it's been marked by Williams. Not sure that travelled the required distance, Chris O, but he's going to line up 5 metres out on a slight angle to kick his first, Lee Williams.
It was about a 5-metre kick too, wasn't it? But had front position, put the big jukes out. No spoiling that for Lucas Conlon, even though how good he is. But, I don't think he'll have any trouble from here.
So he hasn't kicked a goal yet today. Big Lee Williams letting the Doug strength. This is easy as you like for Lee. Comes in. And he kicks the first goal since the 8th minute mark of the first quarter for the Pigeons. They needed that one. 3-7-25 Yarrawonga. Albury 5-7-37. That's on the F45 Wangaratta scoreboard. A couple minutes gone in this third quarter, Freaky.
Yeah, just see there, just the quick kick forward doesn't give Lucas Conlon any opportunity, as Chris O'Rifley pointed out there. And they just get that ball moving quickly into Lee Williams. You saw the play earlier in the quarter with Lockie Howe into the middle and Sexton down the line, obviously not into where Williams was, but kicking into space, moving the ball quicker. I reckon that would have been one of the main messages coming from Mark Wiley at halftime.
And Jimmy Grill's continuing that defensive forward role on Masters there too, so that's an intriguing battle here for the second half.
Back to a 2-goal margin. Yeah, what a wonderful half of footy we got coming up on 1566 3&E and O&M Live. The Yarrawonga Pigeons with a 14-2 win-loss record for the year, sitting second on the table. The Albury Tigers 11-5 third. And this was an absolute entree of what's to come over the next few weeks in this competition. Coburn about to hand the ball back to the umpire. And then Kelly and Lockhouse, they've done so many times, clash. And then Miles gets brought down by Harry Wheeler. Dump tackle, is it?
Yep.
Yeah. And he's going to get it, Miles. And tell you what, he's slow to get up here. He might be a little concussed after that, is he, Chris Mitchell? Hard to know.
Pigeons crowd didn't like the free kick, but yeah, he's pretty sore and sorry for himself. He's going to take the kick, but we'll keep an eye on Anthony Miles.
Yeah, tough as nails. And then on to Grills on centre wing, onto that left foot and spears it inside 50. Oh, Logan Morey went back. Conlon, though, high up and under. Now Garlett sitting under it, so too Logan Morey. Garlett wins out. He's taken the mark. Well, we said it just prior to half-time. He's having one of his better games for the year, Brad Freak.
Yeah, he certainly is. You just see the advantage then of Grills taking that short little chip mark up the ground, bringing Masters up the ground, can't come over the top of Garlett, who took a beautiful mark there and should be able to slot home his second.
Jeffy in the yellow wheels. Oh, terrible. Has hit the post, so he blew it. And there's an opportunity gone begging. So just a, 13-point margin now. And that would have really, hurt the Pigeons at a crucial stage when they're trying to get back into this game, Blake Escott.
So we've played around 6 minutes in this third quarter. The time clock here at Yarrawonga is frozen. So we have gone 6 minutes, though, as Morey just kicks a long one down the line out of defence. Good jukes from Mead.
Done that all day, hasn't he, Mead?
Yeah, he looks a good prospect. Takes it on true centre wing when he's at the highest point. He's hard to tackle. Mead kicks down the line. Williams, he's given away a free kick here for a push in the back against his opponent, Conlon. That's Lucas, who's worn him like a glove all day. Wants to come laterally, finds Miles. How many, Brad Freak?
17 for Miles.
17. He dropped the ball, but had time to put it back onto his boot to Ben Kelly. Short little one, 15 metres in front of him. Good to see Kelly out there. So Albury by 13, 38 plays 25. 7 minutes gone in this third quarter for Solar Integrity.
Yeah, and now Blomley trying to hack it off the ground, picks it up on this occasion, then he got pulled off the ball. Isaac McGrath, nice ball to Wilson, and plays on. High kick towards the goal square. Lygon Morey going back, bouncing ball, Garland after it, and it's found the line and touched out of bounds, and the boundary umpire will take it. So 38 plays 25, and the F45 Wangaratta scoreboard. And, well, that time clock doing funny things over there, Blake Escott.
We've gone around 7 and a bit minutes.
She's all frozen up over there.
So for Solar Integrity, the ball comes back into play. Howe, front spot. And we're going to have a secondary restart here. Deep inside 50 for the Albury Tigers. So Lee Williams with the only goal in this third quarter. The margin did blow out to 17 points at half time. A 4-goal run broken by Lee Williams in this third quarter. McMenamin shoveled it back. Quick hands. Cameron. Bit of candy there by Taylor Nugent. 60 out. Kicks it to the pocket. In towards Blomley. Cross tied on him and sees it over the boundary line. 35 metres out. It'll come back in the Albury Tigers attacking 50. Brad Freak.
On the Waters stat sheet, 5 early inside 50s to 2 compared to for Albury Tigers. Really dominating the ball in this third quarter, but just haven't been able to hit the scoreboard just yet.
Yeah, ball for southern end as the lady umpire sends it back into play. Conlon, Jacob quickly on the boot. Bromley after it with cross front position. Blomley, then Greels, and got pushed out of bounds. And again, we'll have another boundary throw-in. Got the running of the Wink Stakes today in Sydney as well, the Group 1 event.
Well, you'll love that one, Lukey. You'll be all over that.
Oh, what a race that'll be, Pandas. So we'll get that result through for you.
We'll get some Ovens and King scores to you soon. Have got an update from Tarawinji. Bonnie Doon leading Gurumbat 31-16 in the elimination final. Great to have Owen K footy and netball finals on today. Big games again tomorrow. Tallangatta League next week. Fantastic to see. Another ball up here inside the attacking 50 for Albury. Miles, did he got one high?
Yeah, I thought he did.
Yeah.
I thought he did too.
Yeah, umpire didn't though. That's the important one.
You're right.
Another ball up, 25 metres out from the Albury Tigers goal. They lead by 13 points as we've gone 9 minutes on the Macca's time clock. I think Holgate copped a falcon there.
He did.
Morey worried out of it. Garlett tackles him over the boundary line. Bit scrappy here at the minute in this third quarter. We're doing it all thanks to Solar Integrity, Brad Freak.
Boys, Albury's got 2 players behind the ball here, so any quick kick, it's Bryden Hodgson and Ben Kelly, so any quick kick Yarrawonga get out here, I think it's going to come back in pretty quickly.
Yeah, great observation. Lee Masters, now there's the long one, so it's beaten those two, but it gets out the back to
Called
Kelly.
Beautifully by Brad Sprinkles, Freak. He loves his work.
And now inboard to Lucas Conlon and palms off Tim Lawrence, and then thumps it inside 50. McGrath comes out, got it. Oh. Nice hands. So the Albury Tigers, I tell you what, the Pigeons here, they really need to respond. McGrath's got the ball. They need to lift, don't they, Chris Mitchell, for Albury Wodonga MG?
Yeah, they do, but I'm just admiring Freaky's work there. Exactly how he said it was going to pan out.
Nostradamus, Brad Freak. Now McGrath comes in, high ball towards the southern end. Nice, the Tigers get one, and that is a beauty. So they just get out to a handy little break here. Third term, that's nice. And the Pigeons, they dearly need the next major here on the home turf at JC Low Oval.
6 inside 50s to 2 in favour of Albury in this third term. They really needed that goal. They've been dominating it all day, the inside 50s as well. And marks inside 50 is one area that they're really on top here. They've had 3 marks inside 50 to 1 in this third quarter alone. It's up to 10 to 9, 3 for the game. So they're really on top of that area. A bit more composure going forward as well.
So the margin's out to 19 points. 6-8-44 over Yarrawonga. 3-7-25. We've gone around 11 minutes in this third quarter for Solar Integrity. Pigeons need the next one. Bruce pushed off it as he kicked it. Williams flew late. Out the back down there is Lawrence. Quick kick comes forward, and it's gone through for a goal.
Fraunfelder.
It was.
You can guess.
It was Bailey Fraunfelder, the celebrator. He loves it. He's been a little bit quiet in this game so far, but he's an enigma, and I tell you what, he only needs to sniff Chris Owen. He's banged through a steal line goal today.
Well, he makes it easy to guess who's kicked it, doesn't he? He's the one jumping up and about and high-fiving his teammates. But he made something out of nothing there and dribbled one through from about 35 metres out, and a crucial goal, much needed for the Pigeons.
If we go around the grounds for the Plough and Tarrawingi, Wodonga 52, Corowa 29, Wangaratta Rovers 57, North Albury 16, Lavington 31, Wangaratta 90, Myrtleford 54, Raiders 3.
Yeah, and despite the Pigeons getting that last goal, still the Tigers by 13 points. Anthony Miles, nice clearance out of the middle, drives it forward. O'Hara, nice mark.
Too far out. He'll look to pass this.
Let's see what he does. Braden, so he's got the green boots on this afternoon in the 9, Guernsey for the yellow and black. And Braden directly in front, but he is a good way out. So he'll make contact from just inside 50 and he launches a high one. Look at that, he's got onto it, but it drifts across the face and it's gone through for 1 minus score. 45 plays 31 on the F45 Wangaratta scoreboard. McDonald's time clock. What are we up to now, Panda?
We're up to about the 13th minute mark of this third quarter.
Yeah.
Off hands, Taylor Nugent, Page is over this one. And the umpire's going to ping him here, holding the ball. Not sure about that. And Lawrence is going to win the free kick at half-back, broadcast side for the Pigeons, who have kicked the last goal in this game through Bailey Fronfelder, little dribbler, as Lawrence goes down the line to his coach in Mark Wiley. So 45 plays 31 in this third quarter. That's on the F45 Wangaratta scoreboard. Wiley just sends it down the line. Howe flew. Quick kick comes forward from Koopman. The only one inside 50 is Williams. Running forward there is Lawrence over the footy. Gets through one, gets through another. Dribbles, kick, goalward across the face. He had more time in the end there, did Timmy Lawrence. A disappointing finish in the end. 4-8-32 Yarrawonga. Albury 6-9-45. Gone around 13 in this third quarter. Chris, as I said, Timmy Lawrence probably had a bit more time.
Yeah, well, he rushed the kick and obviously dribbled along the ground, but he could have straightened it up and kicked a drop punt, and he paid the price for it.
Freaky, how are we going now on the water stat sheet as far as the inside 50s go for the third term?
Yeah, Albury up to 7 to Yarrawonga only up to 4 in this third term.
Yep, and again we'll have another stoppage. Arc of the 50, Lake Marwala End on a Saturday afternoon. 1566, 3-0. Chris Mitchell, Brad Freak, Blake Escott and Luke Francis perched up in a great vantage spot in our commentary position. And then Harry Wheeler on the left boot sends it forward. Bouncing ball. Timmy Lawrence is going to get a crack at this. Runs onto a goal. He's got it. And that is a beauty. So he has kicked an absolute ripper here. Timmy Lawrence to the Lake Marwala end as we go to Brad Freak on the water stats.
Yeah, in this third quarter, Anthony Miles again keeping on his good work from the first half. He's up to 3 disposals on the Yarrawonga side of things. Mark Wiley, Lee Masters and Willie Wheeler had 2 each there. Aubrey have dominated early parts in this third term with the inside 50s in favour of them, 7-5 now, but haven't been able to capitalise, missing their last couple of opportunities in Yarrawonga there. Nice quick play being able to hit the scoreboard.
Hey, Chris, so that ruck work from Lockie House set it up.
He's been phenomenal, hasn't he? And putting it on a plate for his on-ballers, and no exception there. But they've been managed to keep the ball in their 50 a bit longer, and it's given them repeat opportunities to score.
So 5 goals to 6 here, and it's a 7-point lead to the Pigeons. 45 plays 38, and Howe once again with the clearance to Fothergill. Too far out to score at half forward, so he sits it up to Williams. He came late, impacted the contest. Koopman, left foot snap. It's gone through. All of a sudden, it's back to 1 point. Just like that, Koopman with a left foot screw over his shoulder, and the Pigeons are back, boys, here on R&M Live. We got a beauty, a steal line goal that Chris O, boundary side for Albury MG.
Yeah, set up by the mark from Fothergill there, and beautiful play there. As the balls hit the ground in the 50, they've been really dangerous this quarter and capitalised there with their 4th goal for the term.
Yeah, outstanding work there by the Yarrawonga Pigeons. Smalls there. Koopman just been able to read the play well. And all the Albury Tigers players went to Williams as they do, just kept his width and got a nice handball out and kicked the goal.
Yeah, it was only moments ago that we said the Pigeons had to lift and find another gear. Well, they've done so. And aren't we in for a magnificent finish here at JC Low Oval. Ball into the square. Wheeler at the bottom. And the umpire's going to call for it. It's wrapped up. And we will have another contest just right of the centre circle, Chris.
Sorry, Lukey, big smother there from Jacob Conlon, who's taking this ball up. But let's just keep an eye on his arm. He looked a bit sore then.
Yep, scoreboard. Aubrey 6-9-45, led Yarrawonga 6-8-44, just 1 point in it. A high tackle here. And the ball going to the Pigeons. McDonald's time clock. Panda, we've got to mention that the actual time clock here at the ground is blanked out, so it's on the blink.
Yeah, it is. But we've gone around 16 and a bit minutes because I'm watching the live stream right next to us on my little iPhone here.
That's it.
Lukey. As we bring you this action here on 3Ne's O&M Live. It's a beauty, a 1-point ball game. Conlon in a contest with Holgate. And we're going to have a restart on true centre wing. So 4 goals to 1 in this third term for Solar Integrity. The last 3 of the game to the Yarrawonga Pigeons. Holgate unattended in the ruck then, up against Wheeler. That's Harry, has to go down the line. It falls here to Koopman, left foot. Kicks it in towards Williams. Did he get shoved in the back? Umpire said no. So Conlon, that's Lucas, takes the mark inside his own defensive 50. Plays on straight away to Miles, and he's got O'Hara right in the middle of the ground.
Here he goes, Braden, 1 bounce, then on the left boot, low. And Will Sexton read it beautifully. And then a quick kick. He got brought down from behind by Blomley. Wiley for the Pigeons. Right half forward and then puts a high ball down the line. Nice mark at the back. Taylor Nugent did well in front of Nick Fothergill. And, well, let's see what Lockie can do. He wants to drive it back down the outer side, looking for Bice. He had to chip in front. And now the ball is in dispute.
Yep.
And then a kicking in danger call here.
Right call.
Yep. And it will go to the Pigeons. Urquhart will take the ball.
Brad Freak, what do you got for us?
Yeah, around the grounds for the Plough and Tarrawingi, Wodonga 60, Corowa 29, Wangaratta Rovers 76, North Albury 16, Lavington 31 to Wangaratta Magpies 96, and Myrtleford 55 to Wodonga Raiders 3.
And here it's a 1-point lead to the Tigers as the marquee finds its voice over there. A free kick to the Pigeons. Coburn goes inside 50. Williams out the back, wasn't able to mark. Lawrence applying a big tackle there on Wilson, who sees it over the boundary line for a throw-in. They are up and about here, the Yarrawonga Pigeons at the JC Low Oval. 6'9", Albury. Yarrawonga 6'8", 44, and we called it, Chris O. The marquee over there just starting to find its voice.
They certainly are. You've called it beautifully. And how good have the 2 defenders, Jesse Wilson and Conlon, been for the Tigers, keeping him in this game?
That's it. And the reunion boys over there just soaking up a few light refreshments. Nick Fothergill, left foot, turns it around, sends it in forward very wide. Anthony Miles read it very nicely, and he's taken the mark here. So defensive 50, about 30 around from goal. Probably hasn't got much option here, Anthony, but to go down the line, he does that with a dump kick to a big pack of players. Kelly, and then down in front, O'Hara got it out to Bice. Look at this. Good running, and then on to Brunner. Oh, he slipped at the crucial stage. Urquhart stole it. Then on to Holgate and the Pigeons. Well, ordinary kick down the line.
Yeah, Coburn over the head of him, but he did well to smother Miles's kick. Blomley harasses him and wraps him up straight away. And we've got a restart right in front of the Marquees, far side of the ground here.
They wouldn't mind a wrestle in front of them, would they?
Of the JC Low Oval. Those boys did a lot of wrestling in those grand finals back in the day. Wiley quickly sends it in towards... Well, Wilson flew very, very high up against Koopman, and we've got a boundary throw in 30 metres out from the Pigeons' goal. Inside 50 numbers, please, Brad Freak.
In this third term, 11-8 in favour of the Yarrawonga Pigeons, and they've been able to take advantage of it, kicking the last couple of goals in this game.
So Albury 6'9", 45, a 1-point lead over Yarrawonga 6'8", 44. We've gone 20 minutes in this third quarter for Solar Integrity.
Yeah, 1 point in it to the Tigers' lead. Nick Fothergill snapped on goal. He's kicked an absolute ripper. A steer line goal of the day from a late Marwala end pocket, and that makes it a double for Nick. That was an absolute cracker. As we go down to Chris Mitchell.
Yeah, he called it beautifully. Absolute steer line goal of the day. He had no right at all to kick that. Threw it over his shoulder and snapped it from a really tight angle. We've had about 10 boundary throw-ins from that spot, so the players should know it pretty well, but beautiful goal there by Fothergill.
Yeah.
Up to 16 disposals for the day as well on the Water stat sheet with 2 goals. He's been outstanding for the Pigeons today.
So they've kicked the last 4 goals. The Yarrawonga Pigeons in this ball game.
Yeah.
Albury led by 20 points, 45-25 at the 11th minute mark of this third quarter, and Yarrawonga have gone bang, bang, bang with 4 of their own. Kelly back in the middle of the ground, clearing kick inside 50. Garlett, was he held against Morey? Umpire said no. Conlon wins it, wheels around onto his right, kicks the Tigers inside 50. Jones caught out the back. Not able to make a contest. I don't know what Sharp was doing then.
What was he doing?
He marked the ball and played on with a player right on him. It was Bice. And he said, no, sirree, you're not getting through me. And Bice, stone cold, holding the ball, will line up Freaky 30 metres out directly in front. That was strange.
It was strange. I don't mind the intent, but at right time, right place, and that wasn't the right time and the right place. Absolutely not. Just ran straight into Riley Bice and should kick his second goal of the day.
You've taken the mark, Sharpie, and he's played on straight away with Bice right on him. And Bice will now line up 35 metres out, directly in front. He's already kicked one, Riley. Make it 2. You heard the come-ons. Albury are back in front. 7-9 over Yarrawonga 7-8. It's a 1-point ball game here on O&M Live. Do not go anywhere. We got a beauty as we go boundary side. Chris Mitchell to Albury with Onga MG.
Yeah, it's a real seesawing affair at the moment at the JC Low Oval, but you just got to wonder what was going through Sharp's mind. It was a bit of a brain fade, wasn't it? And took a beautiful mark, defensive mark there, right in the straight in front of goal, for about 35 metres out, and decided to play on. I just don't know why you would do that, but it's cost them a goal and the lead.
That's one of the strangest things I've seen for the year, Freaky. Honestly, it's very weird.
He just ran straight into him, didn't he? He didn't have to do it. He just had to take a little bit of sting out of the game. But as I said, I like the intent, but right time, right place, and that wasn't it.
Yeah, here we go, hey. So Albury back with a 1-point lead, and then Bice again. The man who kicked that last goal finds Mitchell Scott on the right forward flank. Then he turns around. Gee, O'Hara slipped at a crucial stage, and Harry Wheeler came away with it. Now Urquhart's down the line. It goes beyond him. Now here's Urquhart. Has a chance to pick it up. Did well. Gathers right foot. Looking for Williams. In front, over the back. Mead and also Taylor Nugent. Nugent wins it and off to McMenamin.
Yeah, so McMenamin with class. Look at that for a clearing kick. Finds Page right in front of the celebratory marquees over there, bathed in sunshine. Page is going to go down the line, scoreboard side. Sexton flew high, off hands. Wheeler, that's Harry, wins it tight down the line and falls fortuitously here to Frauenfelder. He marks, plays on straight away. Williams has taken it 48 metres out, tied up against the boundary. And he'll have to kick this from every bit of 50 metres, Lee Williams. But if there's one man who can, it's this fella. So Lee Williams.
Following him around like a bad smell at the moment, Lucas Conlon. He's got to go far and wide for his kicks. This one's right on the boundary.
We've played 24 minutes in this third quarter. He's kicked one goal, Lee Williams. Lines up 45 metres out on a very, very tight angle. And it's gone to the near side. So Yarrawonga scores are tied. The scoreboard, they've put that on the Albury Tigers score. It's actually 51 apiece. 7-9, 51. Scores are level here at the JC Low Oval. We're doing this third quarter for Solar Integrity.
Yeah, well picked up by the eagle-eyed Blake Escott. They've changed the score now on the main scoreboard here at JC Low Oval. Panda, he doesn't miss one beat. Now the ball is out on centre wing, far side. And we're going to have another stoppage. Freaky, who is the leader on the stat sheet outright for Waters?
Anthony Miles is the man today. He's up to 23 disposals late in the third quarter for the game.
Again, we've got another stoppage here, and there he is there, Anthony Miles, wrapped up with Nick Fothergill, and the umpire will call for it again. So this is 1566 3-E. We hope you're enjoying the action this afternoon. Chris Mitchell, Brad Freak, Luke Francis, and here's Blake Escott for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
I told you what, boys, we said we're not sure how this one will play out, whether they'll hold a little bit back from each other. They're going to play each other in a qualifying final. Bull dust. These two teams are going very, very hard at each other. And they want to win, which is what you love to see here on O&M Live. Taylor Nugent marked, intercept in his own defensive 50, went short to McGrath, and he goes across the goal. So the Tigers want to switch the footy. Conlon kicks it very wide. That's never an option because Williams is about 2 foot taller than McMenamin. He just floated in and took the mark. It was a strange old kick there from Conlon. Williams too far out to score. Kicks it to the pocket. Conlon goes across and makes up for his mistake and takes an intercept mark. Lucas, he did well. The scores are level. 51 apiece here at the JC Low Oval. Time on in this third quarter for STY medals.
And they take it to the outer side, the Tigers. And the ball is now with Luke Daly, just inside defensive 50, the Lake Mawala end, outer side. And Luke wants to angle it back in towards Hodgson. He takes the mark and he plays on. Good footy. No mucking around. Takes it to the half-forward flank. Lee Masters front position. Jimmy Grill's out the back. And then, well, Sharp tried to get it back onto Masters. He did so. That was good. And then Frauenfelder, very short, inboard to Ryan Bruce, and the Pigeons have it. So the Hoops with possession, and they move it down the ground.
Yeah, Bruce kicks to a genuine one-on-one. It's Mead. Coming through like a steam train there was Taylor Nugent. both players on the ground, Mead and Taylor Nugent down there, Chris O, for Yarrawonga MG.
Yeah, Mead's still down, I think, and the trainers are rushing over to them pretty quickly, but they're like pinballs, those two. It was a huge contest, and hopefully they get up all right.
Great footy.
Yeah, well,
Great
Taylor
footy.
Nugent is all good now. He's ran back. He's sitting in the hole. Mead very slow to get up. That was just good, fair footy.
Yep.
A great contest, and as I said, both of these teams want to win. There's no doubt about that. Desperate stuff here on 3News O&M Live. Scores are level. We have played 27 minutes in this third quarter for STY medals.
And then Will Sexton. He's grabbed quickly by Braden O'Hara. And if you're watching my live stream, look at the crowd on the outer side, Panda. So that's the reunion mob.
Yep. 3 reunions.
3 reunions. And there they
finding
go.
their voice.
On cue.
Mead's got up, guys, so that's good news.
Yeah, fantastic contest. Moments ago, so good to see Jackson up. Ryan Bruce just thumps it forward. Luke Daly, well, that was Taylor Nugent going back. Luke Daly behind him. Ball has found the line in front of Luke Daly.
He's holding his knee.
Yeah,
Luke Daly
clutch it.
looks very sore, so
Proppy.
gonna have to watch that one. Chris Mitchell, boundary side for Yarrawonga MG. Quickly, Brad Freak.
Yeah, 16 inside 50s to 8 in this quarter in favour of Yarrawonga.
There you go. O'Hara almost did the ruck work in the end. Wheeler, that's Willie, got a quick kick away, but it's to no avail. Sails over the line for a free kick out on the full.
Just wonder whether those costly early misses from Garlett and Blomley will come back to haunt them in the start of this quarter.
It's a really, really good call, Chris O.
And we're right on 3/4 time too here, Panda.
28 minutes gone on the Macca's time clock, and the F45 scoreboard reads 7-9 apiece, 51. As Daly just kicks it down the line. Kelly in a contest. Out the back, McGrath. Oh, he worked in a phone box then and kicks it into the middle of the ground. Grills comes up and meets it. All of a sudden, the Tigers are running through with pace. McGrath takes 2 bounces. Oh, no!
Beaten by the siren.
Beaten by the bell. You wouldn't dream of that. That was great play, attacking play. McGrath was away, and the siren beat him to it. The old timekeeper trick, hey, up there in the box. You're listening to O&M Live. Do not go anywhere. It is an absolute beauty, whether you're watching on O&M Optus TV or you're listening on 15663E, because scores are level between these two great rivals at 3/4 time. 7-9, 51 apiece. Fourth quarter action on the other side of this. On O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
GoTafe is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTafe is the place for you.
GoTafe is leading,
Inspiring.
hands-on,
Flexible. Fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad, and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Recognise this face? I've been in more beer ads than anyone else, and all I'm told to do is smile, sip, and laugh a bit.
0.0% alcohol.
This changes everything.
I can swim! I can upgrade heavy machinery! I can actually drive! Onward, beer drinkers!
Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with Go TAFE.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
At 2AY, we're your home of news, talk, sport and music.
We're community focused, passionate about our region and what makes it great.
We bring you the very latest news that matters, from breaking stories in your backyard to headlines and hot topics from around the country and around the world.
And on weekends, we live and breathe local sport and bring you exclusive live coverage.
1494 2AY. We're your local.
1566 3NE.
Third quarter for STY Metals. Wonderful supporters of R&M Lie done and dusted. It is three-quarter time in between these two great rivals of the SSNA Ovens and Murray, Yarrawonga and Albury. It is 7-9, 51 apiece. Scores are level. It's going to be a beauty in this last quarter. We go to Brad Freak. What were some of the highlights in that third quarter on the Water stat sheet and around the grounds? Thank you for the ploughing and Tarrawingi.
Well, the one thing that really stood out in that third quarter was the inside 50s. Yarrawonga really got the game back on their terms. They had 16 inside 50s to 9 in the third quarter alone, and were able to level up the game here after having a 17-point deficit at half-time. The leading disposal getters, it was Anthony Miles again, who's really leading the way, the coach for Albury. He had 8 disposals. He's up to 23 for the game. Pardon me. Mark Wiley up to 15, and Nick Fothergill's had 16 disposals as well. If we go around the grounds for the Plough and Tarrawingi in the other games in the Ovens and Murray at the moment, Wodonga Bulldogs up by 3 goals against Corowa, 60-42. Wangaratta Rovers looking to have a big win and get that percentage boost over the North Albury, 113-16. Lavington still down by about 10 goals to Wangaratta, 98-46, and Myrtleford 62 ahead of Wodonga Raiders 9.
There we go. So a comprehensive wrap up. We'll maybe quickly as Freaky has a grab of his Coke, we'll find out some of those netball scores as well if you want Freaky for Yarrawonga News and Gifts. We're going to go to Chris O though, boundary side for Auburnonga MG. Which huddle were you at in that three-quarter time?
Yeah, Yarrawonga, it all went pretty quickly. I didn't get a chance to get to Albury, but they were pretty happy with how they're travelling. Mark Wiley, clean into the wind, he said. So they're going to try and use this clubhouse side for a bit of protection, and that's about as far as we got. But I was bailed up by Drew Barnes, who was the co-coach there back in 2012. So he's very happy with how things are going there in the marquee.
If we go the netball update for Yarrawonga News and Gifts in the Ovens and Murray, Yarrawonga had a big win over Albury, 52-27. Wangaratta Magpies are too good for Lavington, 42-39. Wodonga Raiders, 48 over Myrtleford, 43. North Albury, 49 over Wangaratta Rovers, 41. And Corowa too strong for Wodonga, 61-20.
So we got a beauty here on 3E's R&M Live. Whether you're watching on Optus TV or listening to us on 3E, we hope you're enjoying the Saturday Arvo action here in the SSNA Ovens and Murray. These two teams will play each other again in a couple of weeks' time. But they got to take care of matters here first at the JC Low Oval. Fourth quarter action for APCO Wangaratta, all underway between the Pigeons and the Tigers. 51 apiece. Howe goes back in at ground level, and he's beset upon straight away. And we're going to have a secondary restart after all that. 15 metres to the right of the centre circle. Toss back up Miles. Not able to... Well, in the end, he did get a hand pass away. Kelly with a quick kick forward. Bruce is going to beat Cameron to the footy if he can pick it up. He doesn't. Oh, and Cameron just grabs him straight away. Bruce just dropped it. Umpire said he got a hand to it. Masters did a 360 and then gets around one show and a bit of candy. Sexton with a look-away hand pass onto his brother, Jack, who goes down the line to Wiley, and Wiley marks. Too far out to score at half forward, kicks it into the space, and Williams takes it. Tied up against the boundary, big Lee Williams, right in front of us, 50 metres out, tied up against the boundary. You'll have to almost jump the fence to kick this one.
How was the balance of Lee Masters getting swung around on the halfback flank to keep his feet?
And then
Beautiful
the
to
ball.
watch.
Yeah.
Very, very good play from Lee Masters. So Lee Williams, not bad off the boot, doesn't get the distance. Taylor Nugent didn't end up getting a fist to it. Here's Wiley, gives it back to Wheeler, keeps retreating. Wheeler swings around on the right snap. Is across the face. I'm not sure whether it's a point. It's out in the full. So they've got away with one there, the Albury Tigers. No score in the end, and it comes back in through Lucas Conlon. 51 apiece here in this fourth quarter for Atco Wangaratta.
Will Sexton keeps the ball in. Isaac McGrath beats him. Miles, gee, did well to grab that. He might be a little injured, is he? Has he done an ankle? I think he
he's
has.
calling for the trainers.
Now, Nick
Or
Fothergill,
knee.
in the meantime, has got it on the boot. Left foot going towards the sticks. He's got it. Nick's got another one. A telling one. But
knee injury, boys.
big story here is Anthony Miles going down inside defensive 50 for the Tigers. A huge story developing here at JC Low Oval. Chris Mitchell for Albury Wodonga MG.
Yeah, just got tackled. It was a huge tackle and fair one from Harry Wheeler, but they got his leg got caught under it, and he looks like he's got a serious knee injury. But we'll just they're calling for the stretcher now.
Oh no!
Wow, he's in all sorts
He knew
of pain.
straight away it was bad.
What a grasp on the footy, but then he's come down and had pressure from behind, and he's buckled. Gee, Blake, this is bad.
No, he's in a lot of pain, is Anthony Miles, as Luke Daly comes along and...
The two teams are going to congregate. The stretch is coming out.
Hasn't been a good day for Albury on the injury fronts. Also, Michael Duncan earlier in the day.
Stop the game here, boys.
Looking like he's done a hamstring injury, obviously, as Chris says there, stopping the game and stretch around the ground for Anthony Miles. He does not look in a good way at all.
So there's a big lull over the ground here. No one likes seeing this at all. So one of the superstars of this competition, co-coach of the Albury Tigers, on the ground. He's in a lot of pain as well.
Yeah,
it's definitely that right leg. It's whether it's the leg itself or it's the knee. He was definitely in a lot of pain straight away.
Yeah, immediately he clutched at it. He knew.
His numbers freaky as well. He was probably Albury's best player.
Yeah, he's had 24 disposals in this game up to this point as well. He's been outstanding. And some of his ball use earlier in the day, as Chris was touching on at half-time, has probably been the best I'd seen him use the ball all year too. It's really heartbreaking for him, really. Two guys obviously didn't coach in the club and not being able to play finals last year, looking like they're obviously going to be playing finals this year. Have absolutely no idea what the injury is, but doesn't look good for him.
Yeah, look at the
Tigers. His teammates going over to him and tapping him.
So their inspirational leader, on the stretcher, just not good scenes.
So if you're just joining us here on 3NA's O&M Live or watching on Optus TV, Anthony Miles has been taken from the ground as we speak on a stretcher with what looks to be a knee or leg injury of some sorts. But Fothergill, after that incident, snapped through his third goal and gave the Pigeons the lead. 8-9-57 Yarrawonga over Albury, 7-9-51. So this quarter will go pretty long now with that stretcher incident. Here's Luke Francis for the Old Town and Country Tavern here on 3N's O&M Live.
Yeah, what a game Nick Fothergill is having. Just absolutely amazing. So he's kicked a treble now, and Harry Wheeler, left boot, sends it again towards the Fothergill direction, but great mark going back, McMenamin. Nice. And that was good in defence. We can tell you, boys, that the Wink Stakes in Sydney, the $750,000 event, as the Tigers just get out of trouble here off half-back. Or do they? And now, well, pretty sloppy play. Howe gets it for the Pigeons. And it's wrapped up, as I was saying. The Wink Stakes in Sydney was won by Animo, taken out from Fangirl and Profondo, the numbers 3, 10 and 4, to the $750,000 event. Animo returning around about 250 and 130.
So here at the JC Low Oval, it's a one-goal lead to the Yarrawonga Pigeons. Fothergill over this footy, able to get a hand pass away, but Cameron intercepts for the Tigers through traffic. Jones gives it back to Hodgson, right foot snap is a good one. Finds Jesse Wilson. So what can the Tigers muster up here in towards Conlon? Off hands. O'Hara at the front. Able to worry Jack Sexton out of it. O'Hara goes in and hand pass it back to Conlon, and he's tackled straight away. Cross goes in for the Pigeons. Gives it to Will Sexton. His kick has been chopped off by Wilson, who sends the Tigers inside 50 again with a bit of a tumbler. Garlett, can he get out the back? He can't. Applies a tackle, and we're going to ball up 5 metres out from Albury's goal. 57 plays 51. 5 minutes gone in this last quarter for APCO Wangaratta. Yarrawonga lead.
Yeah, they do by 1. Clear major. 6 points. Deep in the pocket. Logan Morey off to Jack Sexton. Try to get a handball over the top. Will Sexton ended up, and then back to Jack. So well done. Then on to Seymour. Seymour just slipped a little as he got his kick away. Williams just got rid of Lucas Conlon. An ordinary hand pass to Fraunfelder. Didn't really expect it. Back over the top to Jack Sexton. Great running. Needs to knock it on. Does so. Here's Timmy Lawrence, and then back to Jack Sexton. They just keep it going forward somehow. And now Lawrence, Fraunfelder, Hodgson did well. Came through at the crucial stage. And Blake Escott, this game has reached a crescendo.
It has. Chris Mitchell down boundary side for Albury, Wodonga MG. Both teams giving it everything.
Yeah, it certainly has. They've shut the rooms for Anthony Miles. It can go in 2 ways, can't it? They can sort of lose the plot from here, but it looks like it's galvanised them. Strong grip here at Tigerland.
Jones's hand pass was a bit too hot for his teammate there in Taylor Nugent. He was involved in a big contest in that third quarter with Mead. Both players got up well, which is what we like to see. Just repeating, if you're joining us here on 3NA's R&M Live, Optus TV, Anthony Miles was taken from a stretcher only about 2-3 minutes ago, clutching his knee. We wish him all the best. 57 plays 51. Yarrawonga with a 1-goal lead. Great tackle there by Blomley on Ironspawn. Jones plays on from the advantage, and the Tigers have turned it over. Sexton picks it up, sends a floater down the line. Kelly with the front position. Howe worried him out of it. Lawrence gives it to Ironspawn at half forward. Sexton just hand passes it forward. Wilson goes back and wins it for the Tigers and gives it to Daly.
He does. Riley Bice, look at that. Just latches onto a top, sends it towards, the centre of the square. Lee Masters won it back for the Pigeons, as he does so often. Ordinary kick, but he did well just to win possession. Then on to Urquhart and Jack Sexton, who's been great in the final moments. In fact, that was Will. And then, Tigers get out through Page, sends it to Trusenar forward, cross with front position, just in front of Jacob Conlon, who battles away for it at ground level, just trying to stall the ball, now picks it up. And then Garlett, he's got to go for the Tigers. Morey tries to grab him. Garlett on the right foot, snaps towards goal, and that is a steel line ripper. Absolute goal of the day, no doubt about that. That's a double for Jeffy. And haven't we got an absolute bottler on our hands at JC Low Oval? Scores all locked up at 57 apiece on the work lock Wangaratta scoreboard. Here's Chris Mitchell for the Albury Wodonga MG.
Yeah, well, we've spoken about him a fair bit today. He doesn't need much room to move, and there wasn't much exception there. But Jeffy Garlett just finds a way to snag one. That's a huge goal to level the scores.
Yeah, 2 inside 50s for this quarter for Albury for 1 goal. They're just been able to use the ball more efficiently when they go forward. Well, Yarrawonga had 4 with the 1 goal as well themselves. Interesting quarter of footy here, boys. Should be a great ending.
Anthony Miles off with a suspected leg injury, taken from a stretcher, and Garlett levels the scores here at the JC Low Oval. Willie Wheeler kicks Yarrawonga forward, and Wiley comes out, meets the footy, and he's taken it 45 metres out. Bugger all angle to speak of, with a chance for the quick reply. He passes it off into the pocket. Well done, McMenamin in front of Fraunfelder, who looked like it was going to fall into his lap, and Braden sees it over the boundary line. Chriso, that was great play there by McMenamin. We got a boundary throw in 15 metres around from Yarrawonga's goal.
Yeah, crucial stop there to another forward 50 entry there for the Pigeons. But they're going to come home pretty hard. It's we're in for a treat in this last 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's done some good things today, Braden McMenamin. Look at that for a hurl into play from the boundary umpire, and then Fothergill brought to ground. Don't know if he had it. Umpire said play on. Jones gets brought down, and then going in Hodgson, and then Bice flicked it out to McGrath, and away they go, the Tigers. He's going to go with the hack top to the middle of the ground, bouncing ball sharp out the back. Look at Grills go, just trying to keep the ball rolling forward in front of him. Jimmy did well. And then a wayward hand pass. Mitch Scott tries to beat a couple and gets it on the boot and goes forward. Nice vision. Good stuff. Nice footy. And, Jacob Conlon's got the ball, and I tell you what, Chris Mitchell, that was lovely to watch from the Albury Tigers. Don't think it was pretty football. They just kept it going with momentum.
They find a way. Mitch Scott could have blazed away and pumped it long into the 50, but lowered his eyes beautifully and found his big key forward who's going to have a shot at goal nearly directly in front.
Yeah, Jacob Conlon, so he's shooting for 3 also. And what can he do? Lines up and kicks it. That's his 4th. 4 for Jacob Conlon to the Lake Marwala end. The Tigers up by 6 points. Final term. I'll tell you what, this is going to be a wonderful finish to this match as we go to Brad Freak on the Water stats.
Yeah, Mark Wiley had 3 early disposals for Yarrawonga in this last term as well. 5 inside 50s for them, but the Albury Tigers just been able to take much more advantage of it. As Chris Mitchell said moments ago when Anthony Miles went off, that it really seems to have galvanised the group, and they're really trying. They've gone in and cracked in harder here. As he said, could have gone 1 or 2 ways, and it looks like it's really galvanised them, and they're really working hard as a unit here.
Big crowd here at the JC Low Oval. We've got a grandstand finish here on 3Ds R&M Live. Aubrey with the lead again. 9-9-63 over Yarrawonga, 8-9-57. And Willie Wheeler wins the free kick in the middle of the ground. Look at that for a kick into Fronfelder. He's going to wheel and go. Bailey Fronfelder from 50 metres. Kicks it towards goal. Williams off the front of the pack. Not able to mark. And Koopman tackles Taylor Nugent straight away, and we're going to have a ball up 5 metres out from the Yarrawonga Pigeons goal. They trail by 6 points here on R&M Live. Last quarter action for APCO Wangaratta.
Yeah, how good is this? Blake Escott, how? Fothergill running onto it, and the kick got smothered at the crucial time. Page for the Tigers, dishes a handball off to McGrath. Coburn's got him. McMenamin back to Page and then slams it on the boot, but Willie Wheeler.
Wilson slipped over at the wrong time there.
Fraunfelder in short to Fothergill. Oh, wow. What a game we've got on our hands. We'll go to Brad Freak and get an update. Nick Fothergill's torn this game apart. What's he got, Freaky?
Yeah, he's coming up for his 19th disposal of the game, and he's kicked the 3 goals as well, lining up for number 4. He's been outstanding for Yarrawonga today.
Oh, he is an absolute nightmare for opposition clubs, this guy.
Going to take votes off Masters for the Morris medal. I'm telling you right now, Lukey.
Oh, he's been brilliant this year, Panda. Nick Fothergill. Southern end. This to lock it up again. Oh, yeah, don't worry about Nick Fothergill. It's on the board. It's a major. 63 apiece on the work locker. Wangaratta scoreboard. Final term as we go down to Chris Mitchell for Albury Wodonga MG.
Yeah, game on here, boys, but just plenty happening behind the scenes too. Looks like they might be trying to get some hospital movement, maybe an ambulance here for Anthony Miles. Not looking good for him.
That's horrible news. If you are just joining us, Anthony Miles was stretchered off only moments ago with a suspected leg injury, and Chris Mitchell for Albury Wodonga MG with the update there. Potentially an ambulance being called for Anthony Miles. As I said before, we wish him well. Howe and Kelly back in the middle of the ground. So Fothergill's kicked the only 2 goals for Yarrawonga in this last quarter. He keeps on getting better. Blomley kicks it forward. 1-on-1 there between Page and Fronfelder. And we got another ball up right next to the centre circle here at the JC Low Oval. What a game of footy.
Yeah.
Here on 3Ds R&M Live. Both of these teams will meet each other again in only a couple of weeks, but they're giving it everything here. We've got another ball up in the same spot. Lukey Francis, Blake Penderescott with you, Brad Freak, Chris Mitchell. For the Old Town and Country Tevin, 14 gone in this last quarter. Scores a level, 63 each.
Here we go. Ball bouncing towards the outer side. Jacob Page after it. Urquhart hot in his hammer. McGrath joins the contest and tried to, juggle the ball. And then the ball is taken across the line in front of Brunner. And we'll go to Brad Freak.
If we go around the grounds for the Plough and Tarrawingi and the other games of the Ovens and Murray, Wodonga Bulldogs 67 to Corowa 42, Wangaratta Rovers 120 to North Albury 22, Wangaratta Magpies 99, Lavington 54, and Myrtleford 69 to Raiders 9.
That Lavington-Wangaratta score interesting because percentage will be very important. Looks like Lavington have just sort of trimmed the margin a little bit there here. 63 all between Albury and Yarra. Hodgson over the footy, true centre wing. Umpire balls it up.
And our clock's back up and running too, Panda.
It is.
At the ground. Yep.
What have we gone? 14 minutes on the Macca's time clock, Lukey. In this last quarter for APCO Wangaratta. Kelly just punches it over the boundary line for a throw-in. Chris O, boundary side for Albury MG. Do you have any sort of more update for us on Anthony Miles?
Not really. Still in the rooms and on a stretcher at the moment, but the Yarrawonga and Albury people have joined forces to try and get the help he needs. But just to show you the respect that he has, the Yarrawonga guys were just coming up to me and asking how he was. So, yeah, well respected in O&M circles.
Yeah, wonderful. So the Hoops, 9.963. The yellow and black, 9.963. About the halfway point of the final term here on the Macca's time clock. About 15 and a half gone. And Harry Wheeler thumps it forward for the Pigeons. Bouncing ball in front of Lee Williams. And then Frauenfelder. He loves these. Ducks around 1, 2, 3. Left foot snap towards goal. High. Cross the face. Yes, just for one behind. Oh, gee, you can feel the crowd lift underneath us. So close. One behind on the Locker Wangaratta scoreboard. Pigeons lead by 1, Blake Escott for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
Imagine if he kicked that one, Bailey. He would have absolutely loved it. So would have we on O&M Live. McGrath, in fact, that was Daly with the kick-in duties to Isaac McGrath, who's just got a problem with his boot. So 64 plays 63. Yarrawonga with a 1-point advantage here in this last quarter. 16 gone. McGrath gets it back from Page, streaming through the middle, goes out to the wing, over the head of Conlon. Well done by Masters. Cleverly tapped on and away from Sexton, able to go back and give it to Frauenfelder. On his right, goes short. This is Will Sexton. Probably too far out to score. He plays on from 50. Kicks a long one deep. Williams down there flying high. Bruce. And it's through for a point. 65 plays 63 in this last quarter for APCO Wangaratta. Yarrawonga with a 2-point lead. 17 gone on the Macca's time clock. Lukey Francis. They might do it in points here, Yarrawonga, but we have an absolute beauty.
Yeah. Goals have dried up, haven't they, guys? You think the next one might nearly get someone home.
Absolute top shelf bottler. Will Sexton to Jack Sexton and then back to Sharp, and Sharp under pressure. He's gone. He's gone, Cole. Mitchell Scott's got him. The umpire calls it. Mitchell Scott just rubs Sharp's head into the turf here, let him know about it. Then he sends it down the line, over the top. O'Hara missed it, and then Seymour out the back. Einsborn under a ton of pressure. Wiley has a crack at it, tries to dish off to Lee Masters. Oh, great vision. Finding Jack Sexton up to the half-forward flank. Wilson, ball at ground level under McMenamin. And we're going to have it tied up, Blake Escott. This is wonderful to watch as we go to Brad Freak for Waters.
Yeah, in this second half, Yarrawonga really been able to gain the game on their terms. It's 9 inside 50s to 3 in this last quarter as well, but Yarrawonga just haven't been able to take advantage of it on the scoreboard yet.
A couple of big moments from Mitch Scott as well in this last quarter as Sexton sends the Pigeons forward once again. Williams, was he held by the arm? No, said the umpire. Taylor Nugent dangerously across goal, looking for Cameron. Ball sits up in the air, inside 50 here for the Pigeons. Coburn and Fothergill against Cameron, and Cameron one out and a 1-on-2. The Tigers are away here through Taylor Nugent, following up, goes short to Grills. At half-back, as we all take a bit of a breath here on 3N's O&M Live, it's still a 2-point lead to the Pigeons, 65 plays 63. 18 minutes gone in this last quarter as Jeffy Garlett marks it out the back. He's got the whole 50 in front of him, goes short. Conlon not able to mark. Well done down there by the Pigeons defence, and Garlett's got a free kick. Advantage, goal! Tigers back in front.
There's the running by Garlett. He ran about 70 metres. He set that shot up for Conlon, bounced off his chest, got the next shot at goal and ran into an open one. And he's been a game changer for the Tigers.
Wow, what about that? Gut running from Jeff Garlett, and now the Tigers lead by 4 points. 69 plays 65, something from nothing, Bradfree.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful running there by Jeffy Garlett to create it out of nothing there. But don't underestimate just using the Jim Grill's little hit up earlier in the field, up the defensive half, to bring Masters up the ground so he can't come over the top. And in that contest, Garlett had to be able to get out the back.
4-point lead to the Albury Tigers. Jones, here they come again. And then try to hit Blomley. And the ball down very low on the half-forward flank, out of side. Lake Mulwala end. Oh, what a watch this game is. And then Blomley just loads up and sends it forward. One-on-one contest down there. Garlett with Logan Morey. Sharp wins it over the top. And it's gone through for one behind. Oh, well.
Tried to do a bicycle kick, didn't he, in the air there, Jeffy Garlett. He can do anything at the moment.
He did. So now it's out to 5 points. The yellow and black lead as the Pigeons bring it out.
They do, and they go towards that marquee side, far side of the ground. And Willie Wheeler marks it and plays on at half back. Wheels around, sends it down the line. Bice running back, taking a brilliant defensive mark for the Tigers on centre wing. Goes inboard to McGrath, had to stretch and mark it. Still on that far side wing. So 70 plays 65. 20 minutes gone in this last quarter, and it's a 5-point lead here to the Tigers. McGrath goes short to McMenamin, plays the percentages down the line. The Pigeons turn it over through Coburn. His hand pass was intercepted, and we got a free kick advantage. I'm not sure Jack Sexton actually wanted to take the advantage, but he goes down the line to Wheeler. 5-point lead to the Tigers.
Koopman with the ball now for the Pigeons. Centre wing far side, gets onto that left boot, sends it in the direction of Fothergill and also Luke Daly. And Taylor Nugent came burning through, has taken possession, and the ball has gone out of bounds. So we will have another boundary throw in. How's the inside 50 count looking now, Brad Freak, on the Water stats?
Yeah, still lopsided in favour of Yarrawonga in this last term, 10-4, but Albury taking all advantage of them.
Howe over the top. Oh, gee, look at Harry Wheeler just tearing through Fothergill again. Right foot snaps it inside, attacking 50. They get an entry here, the Pigeons. Fraunfelder, who's been good in the last term, and then Bruce off the ground. Now what can... Well, Timmy Lawrence picks it up, left foot, high ball snapping back. Wilson sitting under it. Oh, dropped it. And then...
could be deliberate, I reckon.
Yeah, O'Hara.
He's not going to pay it.
O'Hara went with the big swinging arm, didn't he, Chris Mitchell, for Albury Wodonga MG?
Oh, yeah, and he had one option, and that was to tap it over the boundary, but it was probably deliberate, but good umpire, he's not going to pay it.
No, they don't pay it in the O&M, and I love to see it. So a 5-point lead here to Albury. Inside 50 here for the Pigeons. 22 minutes gone in this last quarter for Apco, Wangaratta, and Brady Anderson and the crew got a beauty here in this last quarter here on 3Ds O&M Live. Kelly with the tap down. McMenamin gets the clearing kick away. Down the line, Conlon up against Cross. Masters getting held by Grills. Grills did really well. Masters did even better. His hand pass, though, is intercepted by O'Hara, who gets a quick little kick away to Harry Wheeler for the Pigeons. His kick is to a genuine one-on-one in the middle of the ground against Coburn and Cameron. Cameron does well to wrap up Coburn and hold him up. Going in there, Koopman lending a hand for the Pigeons, picks it up and snaps it to half forward. Bruce up against Taylor Nugent, and Taylor Nugent wins out.
Yeah, Coburn has to go again, and so too does Cameron. We saw a great contest from the moments ago, and again, a great duel, and the umpire's going to have it. 5 points in it. Albury lead. Well, they just got beaten convincingly by the Panthers last week, and they've answered every question of them today. Can they hold on? Here's Nick Fothergill coming away for the Pigeons. Oh, nice mark from Jack Sexton, who's been enormous in the final turn for the Pigeons. He wheels around, attacking 50 to the southern end, puts it on the boot. High one to the goal square. Williams, I thought it was a push out against Lucas Conlon. Umpire set played on. Taylor Nugent looking for the goal line. It's rushed through for one behind. My goodness, it's back to 4 points, Blake Escott. For
Just
the
need
old
to man them up and keep it in here, don't they?
Yep, so last quarter for Apco, Wangaratta. We've played 23 and a bit minutes as Lucas Conlon kicks it as far as he can out of defence. Well done there by Bice. In fact, it was Page who just kicked it forward here for the Albury Tigers. Brunner running back. First there for the footy for the Tigers. And we're going to have a ball up, are we? No, it's going to be caught holding the ball. Free kick to the way of the Pigeons. Is it the Pigeons?
Go the Tigers' way.
The Tigers' way, is it? I think the umpire called the footy the wrong way. So it's a free kick here to Albury on true centre wing. So 5-point lead. Albury 10-10-70. Yarrawonga 9-12-65. 24 minutes gone for Apco Wangaratta. The Tigers might hold on to possession here. They've kicked it short to Bice. Right in front of the scoreboard. Tigers by 5.
What a finish to this game.
Can only be a couple of minutes left in the game, guys. 4 points of difference.
Yep. And Hodgson, he goes into Luke Daly. And then Daly short to Jones, so they keep possession of the Tigers. So Alex virtually in the heart of JC Low Oval. What a finish here on 15-66, 3-8. As Jacob takes a mark on the arc of the 50, and we all know how far he can hoof it, Chris Mitchell, for Albury Wodonga MG.
Yeah, he's certainly got the journey, doesn't he? He's going back to have a shot at goal, but if he gets it behind here, it'll be a replica of the last time these two met, which was a 5-point win for the Tigers. Think about that one.
Yeah, that's it. So Jacob shooting for 5. A handful this afternoon. They lead by 4 points at the moment. What a telling goal this would be in the context of this game. And it would make it so hard for the Pigeons. Jacob Conlon.
Oh.
Have a listen to that. What a goal. That is enormous. He is an absolute star, Jacob Conlon. The man from Griffith has kicked the steal-on goal of the day, and it's going to be hard for the Pigeons now.
The two boys, Jake Page and Riley Bice, for mine, have been really good in this last quarter, guys. Jake Page up to 7 disposals, and Riley Bice has had 5. Bice has been outstanding, I think, from quarter time onwards. And Jake Page had a quiet day, but this last quarter he's really stood up when the Tigers needed him. He's been influential in a lot of their play, using his leg speed on the outside wing to get them up and down the ground.
76 play, 66. 10-point lead to the Tigers. Repeating their coach, Anthony Miles, has just been stretched off in this last quarter, but the Pigeons aren't done yet. Masters kicks it inside forward 50. Williams caught out the back. Bailey Fronfelder, right foot snap. And it's out on the full. Dangerous there from Yarrawonga. And a free kick here to Albury, right next to the point post. Inside their own defensive 50. They lead by 10 points. 76 plays 66. I reckon they've almost done enough as Bice goes short to McGrath.
Yeah, they do. Blake and then McGrath. Gee, put McMenamin under pressure. He just had to play on. Fraunfelder at the front. Howe at the back. Howe wins it. And then a long ball forward inside 50. Bice comes tearing out. Got a double fister. And then Page. Look at him go in. Harry Wheeler, Coburn. Balls his way through to Cross. And then ducking and weaving was Harry Wheeler again. My goodness, these players are just giving their all. So fantastic to watch. This is wonderful footy, Blake Escott.
It is O&M footy at its best. And a 10-point lead to Albury. They want to spoil the Pigeons reunion over there. Jones, quick clearing kick. Ball on true centre wing. Overrunning that there was Mitch Scott. The Yarrawonga Pigeons are running out of time. They kick it down the line. Fothergill grabs it. He goes short. Beautiful to Koopman. They got to get one in the next 30 seconds if they want to try and win this ball game. Koopman plays on, kicks it inside forward 50. Look for Williams out the back. 3 bites at it. Conlon at ground level. Hand pass it to Hodgson and the Tigers can clear. Yarrawonga trail by 10 points. Albury 76, Yarrawonga 66.
Can the yellow and black hold on? That's the question. So 10 points in it. They're doing their best. At the moment, Ironspawn tearing away from the contest on centre wing. Low ball, not the best of kicks. Coburn, Ryan Bruce gets it on the boot, sends it forward. Williams, he's got it. Well, he has to kick it quickly. He can't muck around here. I don't know if they've got enough time to be...
They need 2 goals, don't they?
That's it. That's it, Chris Mitchell. For Albury Wodonga MG, he needs to get it on the boot real quickly.
28 minutes gone in this last quarter.
So they trail by 10 at present, the Pigeons. This to bring it back to 4. We don't know how long's left. Has he got it? He has. My goodness. What a finish to this game of football at JC Low Ovals. We go to Brad Freak for Waters.
Yarrawonga has absolutely dominated this game in the second half, especially in the inside 50s. 31 inside 15, 50s to 13 in the second half. But they trail here late in this game to Albury. Albury have been fantastic going forward and using their leg speed and being able to get over the top of them. As we touched on, Riley Bice has had 6 in this last term. Jake Page has had 7. He's been outstanding. Nick Fothergill started getting busy again in this last term. He's had 6 disposals as well.
29 minutes gone in this last quarter. And Lee Williams has given Yarrawonga a sniff. They trail by 4 points, but they're inside 50. Wiley, did he get got a free kick? Mark Wiley has won a free kick for the Yarrawonga Pigeons. Inside forward 50 with a chance to put him back in front.
Crowd going ballistic here.
Wow. What a grandstand finish we have here. 72 plays 76. And Mark Wiley will kick 45 metres out directly in front.
Needs to kick it.
Almost to win the game for Yarrawonga. Mark Wiley comes in. He likes it off the boot. It's there! Mark Wiley's put the Pigeons in front. What a goal. What a finish. They lead by 2 points on O&M Live. This is extraordinary. 30 minutes gone in this last quarter. What a finish as the crowd goes nuts, Freaky.
Wow, what composure under pressure there by the coach, Mark Wiley, to kick that goal. He's had 20 disposals as well on the Waters stat sheet. He's been awesome for them today. They've had so many contributors, and they have, as we touched on before, they really dominated this game, but just haven't been able to get their noses in front. Every time, Albury's been able to get just back in, see if they can do it again.
Yeah, you won't get a bigger moment on your home turf than that. Mark Wiley putting the Pigeons in front. Nothing in it.
Jones is down here too, holding his knee, so not good news. The flight going down left, right and centre, the Tigers.
God, both teams just out on their feet here. They're giving their all this afternoon, and we've just been treated to a super contest. We hope you've enjoyed it on O&M Live and 1566 3E. We certainly have. Chris Mitchell, Brad Freak, Blake Kescott and Luke Francis. Dying minutes here. And, well,
free kick to Wheeler.
Yeah, and he'll take all day here. Willie Wheeler.
So Willie Wheeler, who won that all-important clearance to send the Pigeons forward when Wiley just goes short to his brother Harry. Kicks it back inside forward 50. Williams in a tussle with Conlon. Lee Williams is marked, and the siren's gone. The Pigeons win a thriller at the JC Lowe Oval. What a game on O&M Live. That is some sort of finish. If you're just joining us, the Pigeons trail by 10 points at the 26-minute mark when Jacob Conlon goaled. Lee Williams then kicked one, and then Wiley put the Pigeons back in front. Lee Williams after the siren! What a win for the Yarrawonga Football Club. They're going to take some beating in season 2022. Lee Williams has kicked 3, and that, gentlemen, is some game of football here on O&M Live.
That's the best game I've seen all year. That was outstanding. Just the fight from both sides. It really just mouth-watering for what's going to happen in another couple of weeks when there's a big final on the line as well. So outstanding effort from both sides there today, Lukey. Just an awesome effort.
Absolute gem, Freaky. And what a contrast down here, Lee Williams, those last 2 goals. The first one, he had to kick it so quickly. And the last one, he could take all day, couldn't he? So, oh, wonderful kicks too. Great strikes to the footy. Chris Mitchell, what do you think of that one? What a bottler.
I'm speechless, guys. And I feel for the Tigers too. They were obviously decimated on the bench. They lost Alex Jones there right at the last couple of minutes. 2 minutes to go. They were up by 10 points. And Yarrawonga obviously come home with the wet sail. But you've got to take your hats off to the Tigers. I reckon they were really brave today.
Yeah, Tigers... very, very good. Great, in fact, but the Pigeons, brilliant.
Yeah, Pigeons were outstanding today. They were really showed their class all day, but I think some of the younger blokes for Albury really stood up in that last quarter as well, did their best. Obviously, we touched on Page and Bice. I really thought the last quarter of young Braden McMenamin was really strong as well, really influential in a lot of different things. And Jeffy Garlett as well probably played his best game for the year for Albury as well today. There were so many even contributors. I think this is a game that Albury will go, okay, we lost, but there's a lot of positives out of this for them.
If you're just joining us here on 3E's O&M Live, at the 27th minute mark, or 26th minute mark, Jacob Conlon put the Tigers 10 points in front. We thought it was done. Lee Williams then kicked a goal 1.5 minutes later at the 27th minute mark to bring the margin back to 4 points. Albury lead. Then Willie Wheeler with a clearance, kicks them forward. Mark Wiley puts the Pigeons in front by 2 points at the 29th minute mark. And then Lee Williams with a goal after the siren meant that Yarrawonga went away with the win by 8 points. What a game here on 3E's O&M Live. Our Yarrawonga News and Gifts player of the day kicked 4 goals, I believe, and that is Nick Fothergill down there with Chris Mitchell, boundary side for Wodonga MG.
Yeah, thanks, Panda. We've got Nick Fothergill here, mate. Mark Wiley just took you in there for another chat, obviously. What was that message about?
Oh, no, it was pretty short, Key. It was just about making sure we get around everyone. You know, it's a club effort to get where we've got to, and we want to make sure we acknowledge that and don't let that slip, so yeah.
Amazing finish there, mate. A couple of minutes to go, you were 10 points down, and the coach kicks a goal to remember.
Yeah, that's one of the more thrilling victories I've been a part of. You know, they're a great side, Albury, and they've been a great side for a long time. So credit to them for the way they play. They brought the heat. But yeah, super proud of the boys. That was a massive effort, and yeah, we'll move on next week.
The rivalry between the two clubs is huge, mate. I don't know if it's something you're really aware of. Obviously, the 2012 grand final side is celebrating over there, but were you aware of that one coming into this season?
Yeah, absolutely. I've probably followed the Ovens Murray for a while now, and these two clubs have been powerhouses across the last decade. So, the boys over there were pretty rowdy, so I think they let a few of them know too. But no, it's good.
Before I let you go, mate, are you going to play them again in a couple of weeks? There's no secrets now between the two sides?
No. I expect it to be probably a similar battle. Next time they bring a physical brand, a quick brand, and, we've got to match that. So we're looking forward to it.
Thanks, Nick.
Good on you, mate.
Yarrawonga News and Gifts player of the day, Nick Fothergill, with 4 goals. How many disposals, Brad Freak?
22 Waters disposals today as well. He was outstanding.
He was indeed. And what a finish by the Yarrawonga Pigeons with an 8-point win over the Albury Tigers. And I have to say, hats off to the Albury Football Club. That was as brave a performance as you were going to see. No Zach By after quarter time. Ben Kelly was playing injured. Michael Duncan went off at half-time. We didn't see him in the second half.
Yep.
Anthony Miles was stretched off in that last quarter with what we think is a nasty... If they're calling an ambulance, it must almost be a break.
Yeah,
I think, Freaky, if they're calling an ambulance.
Noticed when he was getting carried off the ground, they put no weight on his foot, so that's not a good sign. But yeah, have to see what the prognosis of that is when he comes through.
So as I said, as brave as you can get from the Albury Tigers Football Club, we know how much of a powerhouse they are in the SSNA Ovens and Murray. And to have the game in the palm of their hand, they'll be disappointed, but they can hold their heads high. Yarrawonga with a 8-point win. It was a 2-point win when the siren went. It ended up being an 8-point win, Freaky, with Lee Williams kicking a goal after the siren. We're following them into the rooms. Here's the Pigeon song on O&M Live. Partying hard tonight here in beautiful Yarrawonga. The sun is shining, and what a game of football we just witnessed on O&M Live. The Yarrawonga Pigeons beating the Albury Tigers 84-76. They trailed by 10 points with a couple of minutes to go, and then they went bang, bang, bang and came from the clouds. Hope you've enjoyed the action on 3News O&M Live or O&M Optus TV. Plenty more to come right after this, our post-game show, all thanks to APCO Wangaratta. And O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
TAFE is hiring, and we want you on our team. Flexibility, professional development, generous remuneration, and a staff wellbeing program are just a few of the great benefits we offer. If you have a passion for your skill or qualification and you're looking for real work-life balance, then GoTAFE is the place for you.
GoTAFE is leading,
inspiring,
hands-on,
flexible, fabulous.
We have dozens of trainer positions and corporate roles open right now. Get in touch today.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Recognize this face? I've been in more beer ads than anyone else, and all I'm told to do is smile, sip, and laugh a bit.
0.0% alcohol.
This changes everything.
I can swim! I can upgrade heavy machinery! I can actually drive! Onward, beer drinkers!
Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with Go TAFE.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
At 2AY, we're your home of news, talk, sport and music.
We're community focused, passionate about our region and what makes it great.
We bring you the very latest news that matters, from breaking stories in your backyard to headlines and hot topics from around the country and around the world.
And on weekends, we live and breathe local sport and bring you exclusive live coverage.
1494 2AY. We're your local.